Hey everybody, Greg Poole here, Bowjunky Media, bowjunkymedia.com. We're at the 2021 Rushmore Rumble here at the Yankton Easton Shooting Center. This weekend's coverage is brought to you by Bowmar Archery Products. I am joined by esteemed colleague and currently frustrated archer, Levi Morgan. What's going on, brother?
Not much. Just here to talk about everybody else that shot good this weekend.
Absolutely. So just to get things squared away right off the bat, there is going to be a little bit of a format change here that is going to be absolutely fantastic. Basically, what's going to happen, folks, is any of the championship shoot-offs that are, and Levi Morgan needs to adjust his volume, but any of the shoot-offs here that have less than 5 archers, obviously the championship men, when they get to that, will be arrow for arrow shooting, arrow for arrow scoring, still end for end competition, but basically once it gets down to below 5, it's going to be one person shooting 1 arrow at a time. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, no doubt. Make it a lot easier to follow. A little more pressure on those archers.
Right.
Because all eyes on them at that moment. So.
Right. Well, and especially, if you're tied with someone and the person right before you shoots a inside-out super, you're like, oh, well, you know what I got to do here.
Exactly.
And now for you, being a 3D guy, generally speaking, in your shoot-offs, shoot-downs, etc., all 5 are shooting at the same time, similar to basically the way it's been forever.
Right.
So from a pressure standpoint, from a not so much strategy standpoint, but what do you think that does to a shooter if the person that they're competing against right in front of them either hits or misses?
Yeah, I think it definitely adds pressure in here. And at a 3D event, I would love to know what I had to do.
Right.
In here, there's really no bonus rings. Everybody's shooting at the same one, so it's just more pressure to not miss.
Right.
So it definitely would add pressure here where it really doesn't benefit you.
Right.
It as far as that archer at that moment, it makes it way more fun to watch. But all it really is going to do in here is add pressure. If the guy just smashes a super,
right,
it's really not going to change what you're shooting at. In a 3D event, it can change your complete strategy. And a lot of times we got a minute to shoot there, so you'll see guys waiting.
Right.
And
I've watched you do it.
Yeah. I mean, do you see, like, if somebody's going to shoot at the 14, if they shoot a 5, it's like, okay, it's in or 10,
Right.
But.
So answer this. In this scenario here, let's say that the person ahead of you misses.
Yep.
Does it help or hurt the mentality of, oh, I just need to hit a 10.
Right.
Or I just need to hit an
exactly.
X. It's not a just thing.
No, it's not. I mean, I just think it's going to add a ton of pressure either way. If they hit it or miss it, you're like, oh, my God.
Absolutely. And, I mean, basically, folks, for all of you watching, obviously, thank you all for tuning in. We're at 700 already. Like and share this live feed so everybody can hear me and Levi talk trash and spread hate and discontent. But, the reason for this, folks, is multifaceted. One, it's not just to raise the competitive, spirits and energy of the archers, but from a production standpoint, for us, for the people watching at home, you are literally going to be watching one person shoot at a time and one arrow impact at a time, and everybody's going to know what's going on.
Yep. It's going to be fun to watch. I'm kind of glad I'm over here, though.
Liar.
I know.
You're never happy to be over here commentating, but I certainly...
This is my punishment, and I deserve it.
Absolutely. So let's go down this real quick. In the championship junior, we have Bodie Turner, Jeremy Schlabach, and Jacob Weber, who all dropped 9 hundos. So obviously these juniors coming up are absolutely throwing down.
Oh, yeah. I know Bodie, and his dad, Joel, who has that shot IQ, and I've watched that kid shoot, and holy smokes. My plans are to be long gone by the time, which is probably next year, so I'm probably going to have to endure some punishment.
Exactly. And then moving on to the seniors, of course. Shooting off for third, we have archery's favorite indoor hater. Look, folks, we love Tim Gillingham. Don't get it twisted. Don't send emails or any of that. We love Timmy, but Timmy is Timmy, and he hates indoors. However, Timmy finds himself tied for third with Paul Penrod, Keith Trail, and Tim Audis. So that's going to be an interesting situation. Now, anytime Timmy is in a shoot-off, it stands to be very interesting.
Yes. Be fun to watch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or draw. Now,
he's
with
a
that
character.
with that being said, do you think it plays into Tim's advantage or disadvantage shooting one arrow at a time?
I think it's an advantage for Tim because his mind works a little differently than most, and I think it's going to force him to take it one arrow at a time. Where
Right.
a lot of times I feel like he might get ahead of himself.
Absolutely. And then in the shoot-off for first is longtime pro Michael Braden and Randall Morocco. And Randy did fantastic at this event when it was Indoor Nationals last September.
Yeah, Randy can pound. A lot of people don't know that, but I've watched him shoot. He's been in the Vegas shoot-off before.
He
correct?
has.
Yeah. So, I know. I actually talked to Randy a little bit this morning, and he had a really good attitude about the event and seemed confident, and that was before he even shot. So, and Michael Braden, obviously, I think everybody watching knows Michael.
Yeah, and he's had a tremendous amount of success in multiple venues. So
Just good, a pure shot.
absolutely. And he is patient.
Very.
He is the Chance Bobeff of the senior division when it comes to being
100%.
patient in their shot.
100%.
All right, and so coming into the championship female, Toya Ellison shoots a 600 yesterday, comes out today, has a little bit of stumble allowing Toya to catch her. So we have Toya Ellison, who by the way, not just as a new mother, but congratulations to Toya Ellison on being a new American.
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw her post the other day, and it absolutely just it was awesome to see Toya get that citizenship squared away. So congratulations to her.
Yep.
Tanya Jensen, of course, she has absolutely killed it. When it comes to the third place shoot-off, Paige Pierce is shooting off against Alexa Ruiz. One of the things about this particular shoot-off that's interesting is yesterday, Paige Pierce, in her very first end for score, hit her arm and shot a tomato.
Yeah.
And so she came back today and railed.
That's what happened to me too. I'm joking. Yeah, I seen that. That's and she had a huge welt on her arm too. That was no question what happened on that one. Holy smokes.
Absolutely. All right. So getting into the big boys in the championship open or male per se at this particular event, we have 19 folks out here. We got Chris Perkins, Stefan Hansen, Jacob Pettit, Robert Householder, Braden Gillantine, Dane Johnson, Jacob Sluzars, Jesse Broadwater, never heard of her before, Nick Capers, Jeff Rainey, he's a sleeper out there, man, I'm telling you, Mark O'Mell, Louis Price, Sam Wolfheis, Dave Cousins, Cody Seitz, Chance Bobeff, Chance's due, James Ball, Gregory Scott Scherer, Curtis Broadnax, and Cole Frederick. So there's a very mixed bag here in this class.
Yeah, very. A lot of familiar faces and a lot of I didn't even know about till this weekend, but I watched them shoot and they got game, obviously.
No doubt. Well, and so let's talk about this for a minute. You see this guy, obviously you don't shoot against him, but Robert Householder, he has been killing it in the known pro game.
Yep.
And transitioning to indoors, he doesn't seem to be slowing down much at all.
No, he's just an unbelievable shot all the way around and a really, really good guy, too.
Absolutely.
I would love to see Householder do well here, better than he's already done, just making it. But I was watching his target today, and it was impressive.
Absolutely. And I got to tell you, Chris Perkins and Stefan Hansen were pounding to today as well.
Yeah.
So here we go. Bruce Cole is out there on the mic. Obviously, it's he's either holding it too close or too far from his mouth, but
Definitely distorting.
yeah, it's distorting a little bit. He's recognizing that now, but obviously, as you can tell, we're going to listen to Bruce here a little bit. Hopefully, you guys can hear this. Be sure to like and share this live feed so everybody can tune in. Bruce is going over, obviously, the rules that we already explained to you. And basically what it is, it's going to allow everyone to watch Archer for Archer. So want to remind everybody that this weekend's coverage is brought to you by Bomar Archery. Also, we would be remiss if we didn't point out, Levi, that this weekend, this whole event wouldn't have been possible without our pre-funding sponsors. And those pre-funding sponsors, let's see if we can name these without without cheating. So
Okay.
we have Bomar Archery, we have
Uh-huh.
True Ball Excel, we have AAE and Feather Vision, we have Bow Life TV,
Yep.
we have Bowjunky, we have Gas Bowstrings, Kafaru International,
Yep.
we have Ultra View, we have Schwacker Broadheads,
Yep.
we have QAD,
Tack veins.
Tack Vanes. I think I
Yep.
said that early, but we
Maybe.
can say it
I
twice.
said it again.
Tack
Fine.
Vanes. Did you say Tack Vanes?
I think I said, but what about Swacker?
I think we said Schwacker.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Did we say Tack Vanes?
Yes, we said tack
All right.
veins. Sure.
So
now we have.
you're right, exactly. So those companies right there obviously pre-funded this event, meaning we actually, those companies actually put forth the dollars ahead of the event to actually make it possible. And the reason for that obviously was the Rona.
Yeah.
Last year and coming into this year, we simply didn't, the organization simply did not have the revenue to put on the event like normal. So without those pre-funding sponsors, this weekend couldn't have been happen. Obviously, thanks to all the sponsors, of course.
Yeah.
But, and the thing that's interesting for everybody to keep in mind is that a lot of these advertisers or these sponsors, they're not involved with Bowjunky, they're not involved with the
Right.
NFAA, they're just in archery.
Yeah.
And so there's a time to step up and get it done.
That's right.
And then there's not. So all right, let's hear Steve Anderson's down here introducing. We got Jacob Weber here in the Hoyt jersey. Look, I'm telling you what, that's party up front, or that's
No
that's
question.
business on top and party in back.
Eastbound and down.
That's
coming
right.
in
There's
hot.
Jeremy Schlauback, and here comes Bodie Turner. He threw it down for sure.
Seem to have a pretty big fan base.
Oh yeah, you think? Absolutely. So all the way out here from Washington. So I think it's fantastic that they have a championship class for this junior for these junior archers, simply because, look, if you want to keep furthering the growth of archery, if you want to keep furthering the pro level
Yeah.
of archery, this is how you do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, I mean, this is priceless for these guys. They don't understand it yet. I'd give anything if I had done it from their age, the indoor stuff,
Right.
you know, because I shot 3D my whole life, so now I'm comfortable in that environment.
Right.
But them growing up and feeling this pressure and learning to shoot under this pressure from, 14 years old,
Right.
and already laying down the scores they're laying down is ridiculous. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And going back to this new format, it's going to be pretty interesting as I look out there at the stabilizer setups on this bow. A lot of these kids, now they may have shot a shoot up, they may have shot some bracket stuff, but in this format, they've never shot arrow for arrow, one archer at a time.
Yeah.
So for these guys, that is really going to compound that pressure. So as I look at their stabilizers, I look at Jacob Weber, and I'm like, I couldn't even hold that front weight up.
Looks
So
like a Mikey Schlosser set.
I'm telling you. So
Yeah, I'm interested to watch Bodie in this situation because his dad is like the mental coach,
right.
and that's a lot of pressure on him,
It is.
because everybody's looking at him, and it's probably an unfair amount of pressure.
You mean like if Landon was to start shooting archery, your son?
Yeah, or start judging targets, like, oh, wow, he missed that by 3 yards.
Absolutely. Right. You mean like I would. Right. So like we talked about earlier, folks, this end is for practice. After this end, they will go into regular scoring, arrow for arrow, and I'm pretty excited to see how this goes. Just to give you all an idea, once again, each archer, when they go to arrow for arrow, each archer will have 30 seconds to shoot their arrow, and then they'll have a 5-second transition period for the next archer to get ready to shoot. Mm-hmm. They'll have 30 seconds, and then the next archer will have 5 seconds as it transitions to them. New clocks, and one of the cool things is, obviously, the archer who's waiting to shoot next can load an arrow.
Gotcha.
So you don't have to have 5 seconds to pull out an arrow and load it and knock it. You can have your arrow knocked. Obviously, you can't be at full draw, but that's basically what the format came to. Let's look at that.
Yeah.
I just turned and looked. I hadn't been paying attention to the impacts, but I think we're dealing with some
shot. It looks Extremely good.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to start calling him Jacob Daly.
I like. Oh, he does look like John Daly.
Totally.
And he's using a nose button.
Oh, look at that. I'm too blind to see all that over there, 3D boy.
It's a flow yellow one.
And he's got the same haircut and the same vibe. He's just like got that strut. Like that's what's
I like
up.
it.
I'm telling you. Absolutely.
I like the vibe.
Right. I mean, that's what it's about these days. So here we go.
Well, something works now. I think it's me, Steve.
Bruce is impressed by the audio now.
You're the first ones to do this, okay? And you're all young adults. Great scores, by the way. So you're going to shoot one at a time. And Brittany, who shoots first? Low to high. You guys can figure that out. You know who's first, second, third, and your X counts. Okay. So you shoot one arrow. You'll have 30 seconds on the clock.
Bruce is explaining now. Obviously, the audio cleaned itself up.
Yes, it did.
Which we've both dealt enough with audio to know that you have no control when it does and doesn't. It just happens.
It has its own attitude.
Exactly. All right, here we go. So hopefully here we can get some split screen going where we can see the archer and the impact.
So Jacob Weber up first here.
Yeah, here we go. There we go.
Looks like a 10.
Little bit of a 10 low. There we go. All right, coming over to Jeremy Schlauback. This is already exciting.
Yeah, I like it. You can feel it.
Yes, you can totally feel it.
That's an X.
High X right there. Here comes Bodie Turner. And these guys have fell right into the mix with this new format right here.
Yeah. Bodie hit that same hole, then it's practicing, and it's
a little bit low right there.
It's got. I mean, it's screaming on the super, so could be an X.
Absolutely. Now, just to keep everybody up to date here, this end is regular scoring. So if any of these kids miss a 10, they're out.
Yep. Yeah.
And then the next round, arrow for arrow, will be the X scores at a 10, just like Vegas.
Right.
Looks like Weber has. Is that?
There's 2 X's.
Oh,
Weber's got one in the middle, one 10. He's still good on the 10s.
That one caught, okay. Yeah. I just rely on the 3D guy's eyes because he's a lot younger and better at it.
Bodie's good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good follow-through Bodie has right there.
Yeah, he's got a great system of shot execution.
He just gave his sight that ceremonial 2 clicks.
Yeah, and he hit dead center, so he knows something I don't.
Right. That's all mental right there, baby.
Oh, yeah,
that's a good one. Shot. Dude, he does have a good shot right there.
He's got a great shot.
That back end breaks clean.
Yeah, I was watching him.
All right, here we go, Jeremy Schlauback. I'm a fan of this format already.
Yeah, man, just smashed it.
I'm all intimidated over here, and I'm not even shooting.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to announce my retirement right here live.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Let us know if you're enjoying this new format right here.
Yeah.
Wow. So obviously we're going to have the judges over here step up. Bruce will wander out, and that is absolutely fantastic. That's a great way to start this off.
Holy smokes, yeah.
And for anyone out there that is concerned that this might take a couple extra minutes, I think that first end of arrow for arrow right there pretty much proves that this is pretty much what we need to do.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I mean, there's no trying to keep up with what's going on. You're staring at that dot and that archer, you can feel it. Wow.
I just think it's fantastic that finally, in this 30 for Bodie, I think that as this progresses, just the fact that these archers will know 30, what not only what they need to do, but what they can't do. Right. I think 30, man, these guys came out. All right, Levi, here we go. Now, as you know, just like in Vegas, we are now to the point where the X is the 10.
Yeah, now things get tense. This is when people start to over-aim normally, freeze up, stop executing,
All of the above.
All the things I did this weekend. One of the things in here, too, in this place, all the places we shoot indoors, lighting is always an issue.
Right.
And so we get used to shooting and even practicing in places you can't see detail, you see color.
Right.
But here, I pull back a first in for practice, and you can literally see the Super X. It is so well lit.
You're like, the grain on this paper target's nice.
And I'm shooting, you shoot a little 10 thou fiber, you find yourself over aiming when you're not just perfectly centered on that super, you
Right.
know. And that's all that counts right here.
So basically what you're saying is sometimes when you're aiming, too much information is possible.
Too much information for me is a bad thing indoors.
Right. Yeah,
I need
absolutely.
enough information to center, and that's it.
All right, here we go. Similar to Vegas, of course. And to be honest with you, I'd kind of like to see this part change, but the X is the 10 and the entire yellow is the 9.
Yep.
I'd like to see them go
11,
to the
10, 9 or
yeah,
something.
exactly. All right, here we go. Jacob Weber.
He needs to
Just
put
look at
this
that.
one in the middle to start. Ooh, big 9.
Ooh, that's a big 9 right there. You're right. That shot didn't look the same as the others
No.
on the back end. Seemed like his head was moving a little bit before the shot even broke.
That's an S and X.
That looked pretty decent. All right, here we go. Bodie Turner, shot IQ, all the way from Washington. All right, everybody, be sure to like and share this live feed so everybody can tune in and watch these
Ooh, that fired quick and good.
absolute killers of championship junior shooters out here putting on a show.
You know what would add pressure in these moments is if they had a spotter announcing
Right.
what. Ooh, another one high.
Yep. That's another high one.
But because unless you have binos and if it's close, you don't really know what the guy in front of you is doing.
Well, I'll be honest.
Right? You know what that is.
Ooh, dang.
You know
Even
what
I can
that
see
one is.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the great thing about the NFAA and the NFAA Foundation is as they grow these events, they are absolutely willing to make the modifications
For
they
sure.
need to. Jeez.
Bodie and Jeremy are battling over here.
So I just got to say, if you're in the seniors or the women's or even the men's watching this happen right now, I mean, if you look behind us, everybody's watching, all the guys and gals who are coming up to shoot.
Yeah,
They're
he put one in there.
Jacob got one in there, but as you look at these juniors out here putting on this show, you just know that you got to come out and perform.
Yeah, those are 3 solid X's for Jeremy. Bodie's got to hit this one. And he does.
Dang. All right. That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Great shooting right there. So from the looks of things, unofficial, of course, Jacob Weber will take third. And
Yeah.
we will continue shooting right there. So absolutely fantastic. Let us know what you think about the coverage so far, folks. Any negativity or bad comments need to be directed towards Levi Morgan. Other than
Bring
that, you're right. Absolutely. This is absolutely fantastic. I mean, look, the vibe, the energy of this event this weekend has been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, a lot of happy people in here, pumped to just
I'm not sure I've ever been to an archery event that was this happy.
No, everybody's like so thankful to be here, you know,
Right.
including me.
Right. Even though.
Yeah, well, yeah, just to be able to shoot,
Right.
feel that pressure. You know, you don't get to feel that very often.
Right.
I've got to where I kind of enjoy it, but
Sure.
I know one thing. I like Bodie's rhythm.
Yes.
I mean, he's firing quick.
Your third
Third place is Jacob Weber. Great shoot
Great
right there. I
shooting.
think we're going to see some more from that young man.
Yeah. I hope they get him a trophy or something for that hairdo.
Absolutely.
That thing is the bomb.
Absolutely. That's repping the hood right there.
17 and under, folks. How about a big round of applause? Bodie Turner is 14 years old.
14 years old. What that young man's got a future in the game right there.
Oh, boy.
Well, and look, man, I get so many questions, and I'm sure you do too. You know, parents coming up going, "Oh, my daughter, you know, little Johnny Archer or little Susie Archer, my daughter or son or whatever, is a fantastic archer, and they're going to be the next Levi or Jesse or Paige or whatever." And my response is always the same: of, well, let's see. These kinds of kids
Oh, yeah.
at 13, 14,
They're coming on.
yes,
Yeah.
because you know, when you were this age, everybody knew you had something. Same with Jesse, and so
Well, it's priceless to start this young in competition. I mean, because it's so easy to shoot high scores at home and locally, but this is a big stage, and these kids are killing it out here, you know?
Right.
And you got to learn how to win young because
Right.
being a great archer and learning how to win is two completely different things.
No doubt. No doubt. I mean, and that's something, I mean, that's a story I told from this very building years ago at the Dakota Classic. Randy Ulmer was here years and years ago,
Right.
like 5 years ago, and he was a little bit frustrated, and I asked what's going on. Here comes Jeremy Schlauback, and Randy literally said he didn't forget to shoot, he forgot how to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Dang, that's
Right in
another
the middle.
That's another middle.
I think he's shooting tack veins. Looks like the 375s.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. I got a good eye over here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's looks like it's good.
Little tall X, but that looks
Oh,
good
yeah,
right there.
Solid. Solid. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, even guys that have competed for 15 years that always shoot well,
Right.
but don't, that's going to be a 10.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a 10.
All right, here we go.
Bodie
So
could win it now.
Bodie could close. That one looks a little low right. Did he get
Solid.
it? Solid. All right. So one more arrow here, and if Bodie gets this done, he could be the 2021 Rushmore Rumble champion.
Looking for Bodie's dad, because I bet he's sweating bullets.
Right. Absolutely.
That's dead center.
All right,
Great
there we
shooting
go.
either way. Holy smoke.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, here we go. This could be Bodie Turner for the win.
Dead center.
Dead
Holy
center.
smoke.
Wow. That is absolutely incredible right there. So we'll wait for the official. Oh, his dad's standing up in the front row right there.
Oh, yeah.
He
looks jacked.
he looks like he has a little bit of a smile on his face.
Oh, shoot. That is scary impressive from both of those guys.
Absolutely. I mean, really, you're not going to get much more pressure than what they're under right now.
No.
And then being the guinea pigs for the first arrow for
Exactly.
arrow. That is absolutely fantastic.
Wow. I mean, stuffed them.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Well, I was wondering how it was going to go.
Right.
He held up.
No question.
That was crazy good.
Yeah, I'll be curious to talk to his dad later. And
His dad will probably be like, well, yeah.
yep. But his dad will probably be like, I'm not surprised.
No.
Nate Diaz. Here we go. All right, let's go.
And your Rushmore Rumble champion is Bodie Turner.
On me. Easy. All right, young man. Come here. This is Bodie Turner right here. He is your 2021 inaugural Rushmore Rumble champion. How's that taste?
Very good. I was very happy with how I shot.
All right, so obviously that guy right over there waving is probably a little bit happy about all this result. So talk to us a little bit about, obviously for folks that don't know, Joel Turner from Shot IQ is your dad. And so obviously you have some extensively high-level training. So talk a little bit about, kind of how that training played out coming into this shoot-off, not just this shoot-off, but this was the first time that we went arrow for arrow until there was a winner, and you just absolutely stuffed him.
Yeah, so my dad has Shot IQ. It teaches the mental side of shooting. It was developed first for firearms because he's a cop, and then he brought it into the archery side, and now we teach it all over the country, and it seems to work. So
It seems to work pretty well. So as far as archery goes in your future, tell us a little bit about how you think your archery career will move on from here.
I would like to go pro pretty soon. I got to shoot Young Adult Championship this year. I was very happy with it. Vegas got canceled, but then when this shoot popped up, we just had to come and shoot it, and it's a great shoot. So
Absolutely. Congratulations, buddy.
thank you.
All right. Give it up for Brody. All right. That young man right there, that young man, he stuffed those. That was impressive. So I asked him what his future goals for archery were, Levi, and he says, I want to go pro as soon as I can.
Well,
I said, in my mind, I'm like, oh, well, guess what? You're pretty ready.
Yeah, I would say if I've ever seen somebody that was ready, that's
Yeah.
probably him.
He even gave Pop's program a proper plug.
I heard. I was
It
listening.
was impressive.
Yeah.
So, absolutely. Here we go. So we're
The
moving
hammer.
on. Here we go. We're moving on to the championship seniors, and obviously we have Tim Gillingham, Paul Penrod, who's been in several of these the last few years.
Yep.
Keith Trail, probably the most dominant indoor senior on tour.
Yep.
Tim Gillingham, easily the most dominant outdoor senior on tour. And then, of course, Tim Otis started coming on last year. So it's been absolutely fantastic there. Here comes Michael Braden. He managed to just basically stay in the mix, man. And now he finds himself shooting off for the win.
Yeah, he's good at doing that. He's been good for a long, long time. When I first came on the scene, Michael was the man to beat too back then in the pro class, and it's cool to see him still out here just giving it to him. I mean,
Right.
Even in 3Ds, when Michael's shooting good, he's untouchable.
No doubt. I mean, for a lot of those folks out there, I mean, dude, I can remember a time when the senior division wasn't what it is right now. I don't want to be disrespectful. Wait, I'm in the senior division now. I can say whatever I want.
Are you really?
I'll be 51 next month.
Holy cow!
So I'm in the senior division. I can
Old.
talk all the trash I want. It's old as dirt.
Bro.
But I can remember, 10, 15 years ago where the senior division wasn't shooting near the scores they are now. And it wasn't as competitive as it is now. There's no freebies out here at all.
Oh no, no. These guys, I've shot against most of them at this point, and they've all beat me several times. I mean, these guys are like, ooh, they're as tough to beat as anybody. And honestly, they could still be competitive in our class.
Ask Tim. That's
Yeah.
what he says his goal is. Every time I talk to Tim when he wins, he's like, well, where did the pros finish?
Yeah.
I'm like, but Tim, you won by 20. I don't care. Where'd the pros finish?
Right. Yeah.
So-
Tim is one of my favorite human beings.
Right.
Most controversial one out here for sure. But I just love talking to him because he's so
Right.
passionate about this game.
Absolutely. So, all right, here we go. So, this is obviously the first end for practice. Everyone will be shooting at the same time here. Obviously, Tim's had a pretty historical career shooting
Yeah.
in all kinds of venues. Keith Trail in the senior class was the first senior to ever shoot a clean 900 in Vegas. And so, obviously, indoors has been where Keith excelled. I mean, obviously, any of us that know, we're all watching Timmy. Because
you don't know if he's going to shoot all inside out X's or shoot one off in the deep blue sea out there. That's why I love him so much.
Right. Or if that bow's going to end up about the middle of the range.
Yeah.
But no,
His
absolutely.
go-to move is to stick a stabilizer about a foot deep in the dirt. We're going to see how that works out on this concrete
Well,
floor.
and he has those big weights on the end there now,
That's
so
true.
he would probably stop that. a
He
little
just
bit.
cares so much.
Yeah, well, and I think the thing about Timmy that most folks don't understand is when he says the things he says about indoors and when he says the things he says about unknown and when he says, that's because he loves the sport so much that he wants to see it grow.
Right.
And so those are just his personal thoughts on what he thinks it will take to grow.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean, I mean, he comes and does them all.
Right,
So
yeah.
if you're going to shoot all the events, I don't really care what you say about him. Mm-hmm. You're here.
He's always here.
You're right.
He's always here.
He
and
shoots absolutely everything.
He prepares more than anybody else.
Right.
In my opinion, I think it drives him crazy.
Well, yeah, well, that's for Tim. That's a pretty short trip.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's but no, he is an absolute great guy, and he literally will bend over backwards to help anybody on the range, off the range, at the booth. Does not matter. He absolutely just helps everybody.
For sure.
Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. We are so grateful for Archery Island here in Yankton, South Dakota. Obviously, South Dakota is one of the freest states in our country. They have absolutely dealt with everything having to do with the last year spectacularly, and
Yeah.
their results in regard to that shows it.
Yeah, exactly.
And so-
the governor here is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous of South Dakota and their governor.
Right? If the weather wasn't 36 degrees below zero out there right now, I would consider moving, but
Correct. My lungs will never be the same.
right. All right, here we go. Arrow for arrow right here. So obviously our first archer up by order of X's. So even though X's don't count, they determine rotation. And so here we go. This is Tim Oudis. First arrow for score. This is regular scoring. The 10 is the 10. X's do not count at this particular moment. That looked like a pretty good shot.
Solid.
Good break right there. Obviously, Keith Trail has been in this position all of the times. Even
Yeah,
going
he's-
back to when, I can remember when he was shooting regular championship in Vegas.
He was
And he
always
had-
in the mix.
And he had that back issue while he was still in the military.
Yeah.
But absolutely been doing this for a long, long time. So all right, here we go, Paul Penrod.
Yeah. And Keith has the right attitude for indoors.
Oh, yeah.
Almost like he doesn't care, but he does.
Oh,
you
no
know.
doubt. Well, and I did that heart rate monitor and that oxygen blood level stuff. And Keith, by far, no offense to you or Jesse or
Yeah.
Chance or anyone. Oh, Tim just pulled a
Come
little.
on, Tim. All right.
Tim just pulled a
Held
little.
it in there.
He pulled a little double clutch Dominique Wilkins
Yeah, well,
Phi Slamma Jamma.
I promise you that don't mean anything. I've seen him do that, recover, and 14 a 47-yard medium deer to win the world championship.
Exactly.
Ask McCarthy.
Right. But no, Keith served a lot of decades in the military as jumping out of airplanes and doing all that kind of stuff. So his back was messed up, and I can remember him literally not being able to walk down and pull arrows, but still
Oh, yeah.
shooting 900s.
Exactly.
It's like, what?
Ooh, that's wide. It might hang on trails.
Have to take a closer look at that one there.
It's edgy on the 10.
All right. Well, and once again, if you miss a 10 right now, it's regular scoring. So going to be interesting to see what Timmy can do. The interesting thing about Timmy is when he usually has one of those double clutches, he comes back even stronger.
Yes, because now he's like very determined.
Right. That's a long aim for Timmy right
Yes,
there.
he is. Right in the middle.
Yep, that's a long aim for Tim. He usually,
He's fighting it too.
when you're right, when that little dot gets to the middle, Tim usually goes full send. So that is absolutely fantastic. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm obviously joined by good friend Levi Morgan. This weekend's coverage is brought to you by Bowmar Archery, and we are just happy to be here, happy to be presenting this amazing shoot down for all of you around the world, of course. Be sure to like and share this live feed so everybody can tune in. And, we're just grateful to be here in South Dakota,
Yeah,
regardless of the
absolutely.
temperature.
Yeah, no question. We just wanted somewhere to shoot. Keith
Right.
recovered very good right there and shot a strong X.
There you go. He actually turned and looked at someone behind him, so obviously he had a question about one of those, obviously the one that you looked at. So, of course, we would be, remiss not to point out our company lineup. Obviously, Tim shooting Bowtech. We got 3 PSEs out there with Penrod, Trail, and Braden, a Matthews, and then what's Tim Oudis shooting? That's a Matthews down there, isn't it?
Matthews, I
Yeah, so we
believe,
got
yeah.
2 Matthews, 3 PSEs, and a Bowtech.
Yep.
So here we go.
Yeah.
That was a great end right there.
I think everybody's good. Trail's got a close one, but I can't. It's on the other side of the shaft. I can't see the line, but I think
Right.
it should be good.
And so one of the concerns early on about this new format was how much time it would take. But I can tell you what, it's moving along pretty decent.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it's crazy exciting.
It
Now,
is, yeah.
I will say, Levi, in all fairness, when we get to the championship men, there's 19 of them. And so they will all be shooting together until there's 5 archers or less. Then they will go to arrow for arrow, because that would take forever.
Right, yeah.
But if you remember, you were probably in the shoot-off. This is going to hurt, but when Sergio Pani was the lucky dog, and literally as soon as it went to X's, he won the first end and it was done.
Yeah, yeah.
And literally there was 2,000 people walking into the arena, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's done."
It's over.
And he's riding out on the horses, and everybody's like, "Wait, what? What happened?" So the whole when a championship shoot-off reaches 5 or less archers will go to arrow for arrow. That's There you go. Everybody got them. So that's in theory.
Yeah.
I mean, you have 19 people up there.
It could happen quick.
It may get down to 6, and then it may be over.
Yeah.
So,
Although, I mean, I remember the year I got second in Vegas. There were 17 of us. It went 17-7-2. So, yeah.
right. So this is all in theory, folks. It could literally be over straight lucky dog style. And for
Yep.
those wondering, no, there is no lucky dog at this particular event. Bruce talked about the stumble and the rumble lucky dog style thing, which could happen in the future. But my input this weekend was, hey, look, we haven't had one of these for a year. Just execute on the event, make it a success, and let people come have some normalcy and shoot a shoot the way they want to shoot a shoot.
Absolutely.
And so the NFAA has done an absolute fantastic
It's been pretty flawless.
position.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Position.
Wait, no, that's not right.
Let's just move on.
They did a good job.
They did great.
They did a good job. All right, here we go.
Baby X, right?
Yes, this is X's. X is the 10.
Well,
the
he
entire
just shot an inside out one, so.
nice. So this is of course the X is the 10. The entire rest of the yellow is a 9. And I will say the same thing I said for the juniors. I'd like to see them go. The X is a 10. The 10 is a 9. And then the rest of the yellow is an 8.
Yeah.
Just to
Agreed. I think Keith caught that Super X too.
Okay.
I think they have all hit so far. Now it's up to Tim. And this is for third place, correct?
Yes,
But I
absolutely.
can promise you they all are trying to win. I mean, they're as nervous as if they were shooting for first right
right.
now.
Well, and I don't want to salt anybody's game or make any revelations here, but third cuts a check.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
exactly.
third's on the podium, and that cuts a check. Fourth gets a little thing from the NFAA and a thanks for coming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think Tim missed that one Super. It broke the 10 line, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be out.
That one looks a little tall. Not of the 10, just a little tall of the X, which makes it a 9, right?
Screaming.
Screaming.
It's screaming.
All right.
Uh-huh. Keith needs to give her one click left.
One click
But he's
left.
catching the left side Super. Penrod's good for sure. Keith
All
and
right.
Penrod are good on Super.
All right, here we go, Timmy. 2 arrows. This is his second arrow right here. That's another long hold for him.
Yeah, yeah.
He gave it a little bit of some up onion here. He's not happy about that.
It's another close one. It's, he could have 2 X's. He could have 2 10s.
Right.
Okay, that one is an X for sure.
All right, there we go. So is that bottom right one?
It's close.
Okay, gotcha.
So he could have 3 X's or he could have 2 X's.
Gotcha. Here comes Keith.
Keith
It's a pretty good hold right there.
smashed it.
Nice.
So I think he's got 3 X's.
There you go.
No.
Ooh, that one looks a little high left.
It hung a 10, but it doesn't really matter because it's only
Right.
baby X scoring.
Tim with a mock draw right there. Here he comes.
Tim really needs to hit this one.
He does.
Yep.
Got it. All right.
I want to
There we
know
go.
who talked Jacob Marlowe into running this camera up here on stage.
All right. Absolutely.
You guys won't get that because you can't see it.
Yeah, this is going to be, oop, they got out the magnifying glass and the light out there.
I knew it was close. I think Tim's got 2 X's. If I had to call it from here, 29 probably. I think
right,
that
here we
first
go.
one's going to come back and haunt him.
Right. Well, and I mean that's the nature of the beast. Tim Otis and Keith Trail just shook hands, so I'm thinking potentially Otis missed that X on the bottom right.
Could be, yeah.
So,
They got the magnifying glass out.
uh-oh, here we go. I mean, and look, I know a lot of folks get frustrated with the 3 judges, and I get it. Would I like to see some modifications to that? Yes, I would. Most people don't even know we're not going to go into that rabbit hole, but most people don't even know the origins of why there's 3 judges. They just think it's just pure redundancy. There was a reason back in the Riv when that needed to start. So, at this point, my philosophy is on it, Levi, is that, hey, look, if you and me are on a bail, we call our first arrow, we call our 90th arrow. So I think in the shoot-off, what's the difference until we need help?
Right, yeah.
But it's just me.
Correct. I
'Cause-
think they're just trying to, make it as fair as possible. However, some of these are very obvious, and it,
Right.
does seem a little redundant.
Right. And I mean, like, look, in the pro class, there's no gifts.
Right, yeah.
Makes
Ain't nobody getting anything.
none.
No.
I mean, I love you, brother, but
Right, yeah. I had one yesterday. 2 of my best friends were calling. I called it. They both called it out, and Louis calls it in, and I have to call a judge.
so
I'm
what
like,
was
"Guys,
it?
I'm rooming with you guys."
What was it?
It was out.
Trail will be your third place finisher.
There you go. There you go. Keith Trail takes 3rd. Look at that. So apparently those arrows with that were
Surprise,
close.
surprise.
Yeah. So
Good
look at
shooting,
that.
Keith.
Keith comes back after a rough day 1 and makes the podium. And so
Gets
that's
that contingency.
he straight cash money, homie.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is. But thanks everybody for tuning in to Bowjunky Media. Hope you guys are enjoying this this live feed. We are obviously the Rushmore Rumble pre-funding sponsors that you will see shortly going across the bottom of the screen. Without them, this wouldn't have been possible. And, of course, this weekend's coverage is brought to you by Bomar Archery. I'll tell you what, I'm seeing the nose button on a lot
It's
more
everywhere.
bows.
It's everywhere.
It's a little bit, it's not surprising, but it's like,
Well, I think it's just people that have gave it a chance. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you putting that on my string?"
right.
But when they do, they're like, "Oh,
There's a kid that's in the shoot-off here in a little bit that has had some fairly decent luck shooting in his career named Jesse Bodwater. He's trying one.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
which is cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot of people don't understand how much they come out of their peep
right.
until you have one of those things on your string.
Right. Absolutely. And so here we go. This is for all the marbles here. Michael Braden versus Randy Morocco. Obviously, they've already shot their practice in, so this is regular scoring right here. And once again, Randy did very good at the Indoor Nationals here in September.
Oh yeah, Randy, right in the middle.
Woof. That's you don't get much more in the middle than that.
And Braden knows that.
Oh, yes, he
there's
does.
No question.
He does now.
Yeah.
Now granted, all he has
It's
to do
10,
is hit
yeah.
10s here, however. And look, Michael Braden, when you look at his form right now,
He answers.
right. Michael's form is one of those situations where, some folks would look at his release arm and his release hand and be like, well, that's not perfect form. But guess what? He does it the exact same
Exactly.
every time for decades.
Yep. And he's
So,
good at it.
Yeah. And so, the analogy that I always use is, oof, that's in the middle, is Larry Bird's jump shot wasn't very pretty, but would you tell him to change it?
No, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
You look at a lot of these guys that are top shooters. They don't have on paper perfect form, but they can repeat it.
Exactly. And Michael is most certainly one. And Michael does a ton of coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And so he has the mentality and the methodology to teach people. And I mean, look, that's the thing about a good coach, which Michael Braden is it's a matter of coaching and teaching the person you're working with to do what they need to do what they need to do, how they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily teaching your
the
student
same
what
method.
you do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, here's what I do.
Right.
Well, that doesn't always work.
Exactly.
So here we go. I'll tell you what, though. Looks like Morocco threw some heat down there.
Yeah.
And so did Michael Braden. So we're spitting fire down here.
Holy cow.
So now here we go. This is going to move us right on into X is a 10. Michael Braden shakes it out as he goes down. Now I can remember shooting outdoor nationals with Michael, and he was always one of those guys who'd show up for the animal round with big fat arrows.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it didn't always work, of course, because out in the wind it's not necessarily that great, but absolutely a legend in the sport. He's been doing this for a long, long time. And if you're in his neck of the woods, of course, give him a shout if you're looking for some great coaching. 30-30. Here we
You know,
go.
One of the things Michael Braden, my rookie year, he gave me a lot of grief my rookie year. Everything I did, he'd be like, rookie mistake. Every move I made, he's like, you didn't tie your peep in? Rookie mistake. And he said that to me all year. I'll never forget that. Every time I saw him, he's like, that's a rookie mistake.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, he's so serious sometimes. A lot of folks don't necessarily get his sense of humor, but
Yeah.
he's got a good one.
Oh, yeah, and I didn't at the time. I was like, this guy's a jerk. And now I
He's
love
mean.
him. Yeah.
This guy's mean.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. X for X. X is a 10. The rest of the yellow is a 9. And you can definitely feel the difference in this kind of a shoot-off from prior.
Oh, yeah.
There's just no doubt.
Dead center.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. All right, everybody, be sure to like and share this live feed. Make sure everybody can tune in around the world. Let us know where you're from there in the comments. Looks like Michael's holding a pretty good there.
Dead center.
Yeah, he was holding pretty good there. One tiny little dip low, but it didn't hardly move at all.
I have no idea what that feels like. Those dip lows, you know.
Oh, yeah, well, we won't talk about this on this live feed. There's kids listening. All right, here we go. Randy Morocco, arrow number 2. Looks like he caught it a little bit high right.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, this 30 seconds per arrow and the 5-second transition's working out very well.
Yeah. You don't have time to let down.
No.
It's get it going.
Now, with that being said, Braden Gillentine could probably let down twice and shoot 3 arrows.
Yeah, you're right.
He shoots incredibly quick.
He's holding a long time.
Yeah, he is. Little bobble there. Oh, I was going to say, yep.
But it's touching red, but it's a 9. It doesn't matter.
Right, so Randy needs a 10 here to win.
Yep. He shoots a Super X. It's over, right?
Yes. Yep. Shoots a Super X here. It's over. Little bobble there. Little bobble.
Smashed it.
Got it. There was a little bobble right there. And then he resettled in. So good for him.
Good for Randy.
Yep.
He shot unreal good. He's pumped.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, he's got to be, man. This is...
Yeah, Michael smashes the
Yep.
last one.
Way to go there. That's pretty awesome. That was a good shoot off
Yes,
right
it
there,
was.
man. Let's go out here and catch a word with Randy Morocco. Absolutely fantastic shoot off right there. Randy obviously was here for Indoor Nationals last September. Did absolutely fantastic. And here he comes back and wins the Rushmore Rumble. He's pumped. Obviously, Bruce is a little excited. We do have an obvious winner here, of course, but got to go through the process. The process is the process, and you never cheat the process. And that is a good hug out right there from Michael Braden, Randy Morocco. All right, Randy. All right, we're here with your 2021 inaugural Rushmore Rumble senior champion, Randy Morocco. That was an absolutely fantastic performance right there.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much. It's nervous as I'll get out, but these are great competitors. They're friends, and it's just an honor to be here.
Absolutely. Now, last September you came here and shot extremely well at the Indoor Nationals as well. So is it a Yankton thing, or is just the indoor game starting to come around for you?
I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm happy that we're going good. So.
There you go. Now, tell us a little bit about your feelings on this new format right here, the arrow for arrow, 30 seconds with the 5-second transition. That's new to this style of shooting for the NFAA. How did that go?
Obviously, really well for me, but it was really cool to be able to concentrate on just one shot at a time, and that you were up, just like with Lancaster, and so it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. That's Randy Morocco right there. He's your senior champion and a great guy. That dude is absolutely fantastic competitor. That's a humble man right there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Randy, man, he's got a sweet spirit about him. And one of the things I love talking to Randy all the time, he's always talking about the Lord, and you can just tell, he's got a tremendous attitude. So.
Absolutely. And I asked him about doing so well here in September at Indoor Nationals, and asked him if it's a Yankton thing, or if his indoor game's just coming around. He pretty much said both.
Yeah, right on. I'm happy for Randy. So.
Absolutely. Here we go. We are on to the championship compound females. We have Paige Pierce and Alexa Ruiz shooting off for third, and Tanya Jensen and Toya Ellison for first. Well, that's a pretty good point right there. We have newly citizenshiped Toya Ellison shooting against soon-to-be Tanya Jensen.
Yep, and
So-
a new mom.
Absolutely, she absolutely is, and she owned it.
Yeah, she did.
I mean, she absolutely
I
owned
think
it.
it's awesome. Her and Brady had to get their time switched around so one of them could watch the baby while the other one shot. Because I'm like, now you see.
Right? Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's absolutely fantastic. I mean, great comeback. Alexa Ruiz always shoots strong anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Paige obviously had a pretty big mishap yesterday, jacking her arm. Like literally Paige's arm from yesterday is what they make archery memes out of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was that bad.
Yeah.
And so today, let me take
Did
a
somebody
gander.
tell her quiver's on backwards?
She doesn't care. And yes, she does have the duct tape on her left arm.
Yes, she does.
And she
yeah.
wraps it on there so tight her fingers damn near turn purple.
Ooh.
So absolutely fantastic. So
Paige
she is
hilarious.
Paige is a character, man.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
she's
she is-
awesome.
She's absolutely
And
fantastic.
one of the most, unbelievable shooters, all around.
Yes.
I'd never want to have to shoot against Paige,
Right.
ever.
Did you know she's shooting a 9-power lens?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I would have been able to find the yellow a couple of times this weekend.
So what you're saying is when I get back to town, you want Feather Vision to send you some 9-power lenses for
I mean, you can send them. I'll use them for paperweights and whatnot in my office, but I'm not going to use them.
9-power, a
That's
9-power.
insane. I never even thought about trying a 9-power.
You know what kind of anxiety that would give me?
I don't need that negativity in my life.
Right, exactly. So once again, everybody's shooting here. These are practice ends. And then, of course, we will go into arrow for arrow, regular scoring, and then X's are the 10. But, man, I'm telling you what, this feels good.
Mm-hmm.
This is, we have had some tremendous shoot-offs already. The freaking shot IQ Bodie absolutely laid it down. And then Randy Morocco put on a show as well. So,
Oh, yeah.
but when you look at these 4 women up here right now, that's a pretty deep field right there.
Yeah, it's about as good as it gets.
Right. Yeah. Like if you were shooting indoors or marked yardage of any kind, and you had a team, and that team of 4 women right there showed up, you'd be like,
I'd leave. I'd straight up leave.
Right.
Roll my ankle. Ah.
Right. No, absolutely. These women can absolutely throw down. It's fantastic. And I mean, and that goes back to something that we've talked about before. The strength and the depth of the women's pro class has gotten deeper than I've ever seen it in my entire life.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting to realize they're shooting scores that would win in our class.
Right.
These girls can straight up pound, and they're
Right.
like stone cold killers.
They are.
It's ridiculous.
They are. I mean, and look, I know that the question always comes up about, the Championship Open in Vegas and, will a woman ever step up into the Championship Open in Vegas and win? And it's not that they can't. They're welcome to try. And it's not to say that it couldn't happen. Just, and look, I was around when Sarah Lopez was the first one to do it. And, it's happened a couple times. But what else? What sort of a proving ground do these, women need to, partake in to get any more validation than they already do?
Right.
They are literally shooting better than women have ever shot before.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And you know what? I think a time will come, maybe soon, when that happens.
Right.
And it wouldn't surprise me at all.
No.
It might surprise some people, but everybody in this room, nobody be surprised.
Nobody. Nope, not at all. And that's just.
Standard Vegas scoring with a 10 ring scoring at 10.
All right, here we go. Everybody like and share this live feed so everybody can partake. I want to thank Bomar Archery. They are this weekend's brought to you by sponsor. This weekend's coverage brought to you by Bomar Archery. Here we go, arrow for arrow. Alexa Ruiz up first. Regular Vegas scoring. So the 10 is the 10.
Looks good.
And it looks to me like Alexis is still shooting 23s. She generally shoots 23 diameter arrows.
It's 23 or 25.
Gotcha. Well, she does a lot in the World Archery FIDA realm. So I think when she gets those 23s rolling, she pretty much just let them buck.
Yeah.
Of course, Alexis, coached by Mel Nichols out in Arizona. And she has that's a little bit, I think that's still going to catch a little tall, though.
Yeah, half shaft. She needs to reel those in a little bit for the next round.
Absolutely.
She's okay right now.
Absolutely. Well, the thing that's funny, like if you look at Paige shoots the AAE stabilizers that are like literally Paige's stabilizer with no weights on it.
Yeah.
Weighs like 2.7 ounces.
Right.
It's ridiculously light.
Right.
With 16 ounces on the end.
Yeah.
It's like,
There you go.
yeah. She was like, I need a lighter stabilizer. And then she runs 16 ounces out front. It's like, whoa.
So she can run 16. That's
Right.
a pound out front.
Yeah, and then you look at her back bars, and they're actually above level. So Paige is a unique character. There's no doubt about it. Her parents are super cool too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, they absolutely. She lives out there in Red Bluff, California, and she has been shooting the West Coast Tour stuff since day one.
Right.
And the thing about Paige, and I don't know if it gives her an advantage or not. I think it kind of does. But when Paige came up shooting the Outlaw Archer stuff and all that safari stuff on the West Coast with all of us, she shot against men. So when you come up shooting against, you
have no fear.
None. She cares. She doesn't care, man, woman, child. She will stomp you into the dirt.
And as good as she is at this and all the other things, that safari style, Redding style stuff, she's like, relentlessly good, like sickening good.
Right.
All tied up, 30.
Boosh. But yeah, no, it's absolutely fantastic. So there we go, 30-30. Now the X's count. As a 10, of course.
Right. Now it's tightens up a little bit. This is always when I try in the shoot off. It's a lot easier said than done, but I try to tell myself this is probably going to go 3 or 4 rounds. So no reason to get nervous right now,
So you try to lie.
I try to lie to myself.
Okay.
And sometimes I believe myself.
I mean, it could.
Sometimes I don't. Yeah,
could.
It has. You have to be prepared for that.
Absolutely. Like if you go out there and go, oh, this is over in one end, 3 ends later, you're like, what happened?
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for this mentally. But if you're like, all right, I'm ready to go 5 ends of Super X scoring, and then it's over in 1, then great.
Right.
That's how I won indoor nationals.
There you go. Right. It totally was.
Yeah.
Totally was.
Like, no way I can win it right here. Just
You were shooting 75 95s, right? Yeah.
pro hunters.
All right, here we go. X's for X's right here. It looks like a little tall X right there. Did that catch?
Screaming.
All right. Are those
27s would have caught. I don't think.
Are
they're
those
caught.
binoculars still 22 below?
No, they're good. You want to look?
All right. All right, Paige Pierce.
Yeah, that's good.
Paige, is it just me or has Paige been hanging just a tiny bit low?
A little solid X. Alexis did miss. I can see yellow between her arrow and the
Okay.
line. So that I don't have
Nope,
to
yeah,
pull the binos up for.
that's a gooder.
Yeah.
That's a gooder right there.
So now it's all on Paige, and she you know, she probably has a good idea that arrow's out.
Right. Or knowing Paige, she's like, I don't care. I just need to hit all these X's.
Exactly. That's the smart mindset. Period. Yep. Good.
Actually, she just turned around and looked at Tate, and Tate just gave her a hand gesture. So obviously, Paige is with Tate Morgan, another male professional archer. So obviously, Paige turned around and looked at Tate and got a hand sign. So
This is to win it right here. If Paige hits this super, she wins or takes third.
third place, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And after her arm incident, to come back and get third is fantastic.
Nope.
Nope.
Tied.
Yep. So she's smiling over there. For those of you that have watched the video that we did, absolutely congratulations to these ladies right here. We're going to keep going, but when we did the heart rate and blood oxygen testing yesterday, for those of you that have watched that video and seen those graphics, that's real. Paige's resting heart rate before she started was 135. Before her first arrow for score, her heart rate was 170.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then at halftime it was like 145, and then at the end it was about 138 or so. Memory serves.
That's me at full sprint on a treadmill.
I don't sprint
Well.
unless I'm running for my life, which all tied up. And for me, I'm more of the the whole fight or flight thing.
Yeah.
My flight's about 5 steps,
I
and then
gotcha.
it's just turn and
Yeah,
fight.
turn and fight.
Yeah, and then if
Unless a grizzly bear's chasing you, I promise you get like extra human or
well,
superhuman
yeah,
strength
yeah.
and
now,
speed.
Now you're talking about external input
Right,
that
yeah.
would.
It's a fight you can't win.
Exactly.
So you have to
right.
run.
Yeah, but Paige actually came over to me today after everything was done, and she's like, "Okay, Greg, I've been calm, I've been breathing. Test me right now." She's like, trying to be as calm as she could. Heart rate 119.
Gee,
And I'm like,
it's like double.
well, I mean, she does drink the green Red Bulls that are pure gasoline, like they're water. So I'm just like, well, Paige,
But it doesn't affect her shooting.
at all. Well, she's used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I will admit, one of the most impressive pro-am performances I've ever seen at Outdoor Nationals was in Darrington. I watched Dave Cousins literally shotgun a rock star. Literally pick up his bow and clean the pro-am. I was like, that's impressive.
That is impressive.
So-
I went into an ASA shoot-off one time and drank a Monster. Not good. I was in 5th, and I was like, I'm going to shoot it every 14. I downed a Monster and missed every 14. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah, if you ain't used to it, it ain't going to work. So here we go. X's for X's again. Alexa Ruiz right here.
That's money.
That looks like a good one.
And they new-faced them, so
Oh, they did?
yeah.
All
they got
right.
new targets up.
And that's something that's relatively new to the NFAA. There for a long, long time, they would pretty much just let them roll. But I think there was a couple little controversies periodically, and it just made sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Just made sense.
I mean, you get points that you shouldn't and then lose points that you should get because your target is too
Right.
messed up to score
Absolutely.
properly, So especially right here with all this on the line, it
Right.
just makes too much sense. So Alexis has one super close, and Paige definitely missed her second one.
Paige's first one's low, or that top one's high right.
Yeah, and then Alexis definitely missed her last one. So if Paige hits this one, she could win, or it could be tied.
There we go.
Either way this goes, it could be tied, or she could win.
Paige usually makes the shots when she needs to.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to another end.
Well, it could be.
Good.
So,
Okay.
so Paige has got 2 X's and a 10 for sure. Alexis has either got 2 X's and a 10 or 1 X and 2 10.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
she's got one really, really close.
There we go. And for those of you that can hear that jangling, that's our 19 championship male archers making their way behind us over to the other side.
Yep.
And there's definitely a spattering of bows over there. I see elites and PSEs and Martins, and I think there's an
Matthews.
expedition in there. There's some Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, as usual, this is going to, most of these, something I want to get your opinion on. When you look at guys like a Dave Cousins and a Chance Bobeff and a Jesse Broadwater and some of these guys that have been here a billion times, how much of an advantage is that when it comes into a shoot down like this versus someone that might be a first timer, or is the first timer just oblivious, is like, well, I'm just here to shoot?
Yeah, I think, in situations like this, I'd like to say that experience helps you, but a lot of times I think it can hurt you because you expect what's coming, the
Right.
pressure and the nerves, and you are thinking about it. And a lot of times the newer guys are just happy to be here,
Right.
and this is all just a cherry on top.
Like
I
you
mean,
and Redding. You showed up and you're like, I'm just stoked.
Oh, yeah,
I
tied a
win.
world record and win. Oh, thanks, cool. I never do that again. Well, now I've shot that score since, and it don't get you first anymore.
Yeah, 1535 gets you a thanks for coming.
Yeah, maybe a chance at third.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, but
Dude,
no,
like-
I think, I don't know, but me making the Vegas shoot off, I'm in there to win. You know what I'm saying? And a lot
Right.
of guys that have experience, they get in there and all they can think about is what's at stake.
Right.
Because they don't care about getting 4th, 5th, or the fact they even made the shoot off a lot of times. Once you've been there so many times, you're like, I'm here to win it.
Right.
But a new guy could be just relaxed and say, whatever happens, happens.
Right.
Yeah, not that I know from experience or anything like that, but that does happen out there.
Oh, it does. It absolutely does. I mean, let's be honest. Look at like a Jacob Marlowe at Indoor Nationals.
Finishing in third place is
Paige Pierce comes back and takes third. Good for her.
So I knew that one arrow was really close on Alexis's, but
Right. No,
and they're
absolutely.
still staring at it.
Right.
Now Paige is staring at it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they shoot against each other
Yeah.
a lot. They've been in this position a lot. So,
And they look at it more arrows than any judge could ever look
oh
at.
Lord,
So,
absolutely. There's no question.
it
Sorry.
looked like they agreed.
Yes, absolutely. So here we go. It's the for all the marbles in the women's compound championships. We have Tanya Jensen, probably soon to be Tanya Gillantine, and Toya Ellison.
Well, you better hope so. Braden's going to be in trouble.
Absolutely, and she is
Yeah.
Toya. Tanya is just the nicest
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
ever. I mean, she is so sweet. Toya, of course, is also an incredibly nice person. It just blows me away how, they can still maintain the sweet personalities and the nice dispositions and gut their competitors.
Exactly.
I mean,
it is funny because you look at them, they're just like the sweetest people, and then they will demolish you.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I've not got to spend any time with Tanya, but Toya and me and Samantha spent a lot of time with Toya and Brady, and they're just super people.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, here we go. This is standard Vegas scoring, 10 for 10. Toya Ellison up first. Moneyball. Moneyball. Obviously, the little break they had between their practice ends and the scoring ends, not really long enough to affect
No.
much of anything. Dude, I'll tell you what blows me away. Look how much weight these ladies have on the end of their stabilizers. I can't even shoot that much. Am I a weakling or what's the deal?
Gosh, no. That's just intimidating.
Yeah, they're pulling the limbs off these bows. It looks a little right, but looks like it. Oh, obviously
Yes, just
this is not X scoring, so that 10 is going to score just fine. Everybody be sure to like and share this live feed. I want to appreciate Levi Morgan for spending some time with us today. I'm sure you'd much rather be warming up right now, but
yeah, I would. But you know what? You don't get what you want all the time, so
Right,
happy
exactly.
to be here.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. This weekend's coverage brought to you by Bomar Archery. We Cannot thank them enough for their support. Josh and Sarah Boma are good people.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. And for those of you wondering, that might be saying something about Toya stepping off the line there. You need to understand that in World Archery and in USA Archery, it's the rule.
Right, yeah.
So, like for indoor nationals and NFAA stuff, most of us will stand there and wait because it's quote unquote polite.
Right, yeah.
But in the World Archery and the FIDA world, it's a rule. You
Right,
have
yeah.
to move.
Right, yeah. And that's
So-
what she shoots a lot of. So.
Right. So for any of you folks that don't shoot a lot of the indoor FIDA stuff or understand that, when you see Toya step off the line, she's not being rude. That's
No.
just what she's accustomed to.
Right. I didn't know that was rude. Me and all my buddies, we do it to each other on purpose out here.
Well, that's because we're jerks. And we,
Like, ooh, iced him.
there you go. Right. Like, I mean, there's a lot of other things we do to buddies when we're on the line for fun too.
Oh,
But
yeah.
someone bring me a bean burrito.
Chance knew it today too, because we call it shooting 310s, no supers, a golden sombrero.
Oh, geez.
And so we'll be behind each other, like just waiting. And Chance had two, the first two missed today, and he turns and looks at me and Justin are just sitting there waiting. He knew we were watching. Yeah.
Scoring as a 10, the rest of the yellow is a 9.
All right, here we go.
You will again shoot first.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, this is Super X scoring for
Yep.
the win.
For the win.
I know they look calm.
Yeah.
But inside, it's a different story.
Oh, for sure. And that's really what that data we gathered yesterday showed, is that even regardless of what the heart rate does, as long as you're controlling your breathing, you're staying oxygenated and can still perform.
Mm-hmm. That is going
That's
to
a
be
low one. That's a low one.
Yeah, it's like quarter shaft in the Big Ten.
She looked around and then looked over here at Brady, who's just off to her left. And he gave her the signal.
That's money.
That's money ball. Brady giving some encouraging words for his wife.
Yeah. Smashed it.
Good recovery right there by Toya. All right, here we go. Toya, Tanya's an absolute killer, I'm telling you. I'll tell you what, though, at the OPA, Toya Ellison put it down.
Yeah, Tanya smashed it again. Looks like she's shooting 23 size, too.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Have we seen, other than Tim
Yep.
Gillingham's one little half mock draw, we haven't seen anyone even try to let down.
No, I would never even. I mean, it wouldn't even cross my mind.
Well, I mean, look, she's 23, 22. She shot that with. Oh, so
But
we're
it
probably
doesn't
going to be
matter.
tied.
It's a big 9, but it
Yeah.
doesn't matter because it's all 9s
Yep.
outside, so it's tied.
So Tanya shot that with 21 seconds left.
So she would have time.
She would
But
absolutely
she,
have
you know,
time.
she shoots with Guillotine all the time.
Right.
So and
I
he's
would
so
think.
fast. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that rubs off too.
Oh, for
'cause
sure.
She's very quick. Which out here, I think for me is the only way I can shoot well indoors in this situation. Because the longer I wait, the bad things start to happen. Bad thoughts creep in.
You're like, I need to get ahead of my
Yeah.
brain.
Get it going, buddy.
Absolutely. And there we go.
Ooh, that was a lot riding on that.
Tanya
last
had her
arrow.
chance to close right there, man.
Yeah. You know, Toya was just staring that last dot down.
Absolutely. Look at Bruce Cole right there. Not half the man he used to be.
Yeah, looking like he's been lifting weights, and running marathons. Him and Cam Haines been hanging out.
I'm
together.
telling you, keep hammering, brother. Keep hammering. Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, look. The truth is, Bruce went to the doctor last year, and they said those 4,000 calorie macchiato whipped cream, freaking almond milk jobby coffees, and the 17 Mountain Dews a day are going to kill him.
Yeah.
And he literally took it to heart, lost the weight, and he said he's pretty much leveled off right where he is now. He's no longer having to be on any diabetes medicine. So
That's awesome. Good
yeah,
for him. man.
absolutely.
I'm pretty sure I saw him put a giant rock in his backpack earlier and was carrying it around. So.
Well, I mean, look, I love Bruce Cole like a brother, and he is a spaz, let's be honest. But what he has accomplished here with this organization and this building and this facility in Yankton is special.
What I love about Bruce is he'll just come up and sit down and start talking to you.
Right.
You know, he's
He'll talk
very
trash.
approachable.
He'll
Yeah.
talk trash.
Yeah. I can hang out with Bruce. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yep, no doubt about it. All right, here we go. More X's for X's, Levi.
Yep.
Toya Ellison up first.
Smashed it.
That
She
looks-
looks super, like, on a mission right now.
Yeah. You know, walking down there, she was like, "Oh, I got a second, got a second chance."
I think that's going to be good.
Looks a little tall.
It's good, though.
Tanya quick up with the glass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for. I don't see Braden. I mean, of course he's
He's
here.
watching.
Oh, he's going to shoot. He has to
that's
shoot.
right, yeah. Good one.
He has to shoot. So. Yeah.
I'm watching Brady back here. He's a nervous wreck.
Look at him. That one looks a little high left. But
That's not going to catch.
not gonna catch.
So Toya could win it right here with an X.
All right, here we go. Odds are, if history's an indication, that one looks a little right.
Yeah, she got it.
All right.
And unless my eyes are lying to me, that's going to do it.
All right, here we go.
She got that one. She's
All
got
right.
3 close ones.
Right.
So
Well, let's see
what
what let's see what it looks like down there. Tell you what, Tanya will be wanting that one arrow back.
Oh yeah, she had it.
Yeah, she'd
Yeah.
absolutely had it.
That's all you can ask for is to have the ball in your court at that moment. You know.
Right. Put the ball in my hands, coach.
Yeah, but it's also a lot easier said than done.
It is, absolutely. Let's go down here, see if we can. They're looking at these pretty close. I'm gonna hang back
Yeah,
over
I
here
would
for a minute.
It was close.
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely. All right. Obviously, we have the 3 judges and the 1 scorekeeper. So. All right, here we go. They're all looking at it with their spectacles, Levi. All right, here we go. Coming over to Toya's. Oh my goodness. I'm going to sit back down.
I mean, wow. So
You did say those were close arrows.
I did.
So,
You
You did say those were close.
Fooled me. That's what I get.
Well, we are kind of, I'll just give you the credit. We are kind of on this side, and the arrows were on that side. so-
Well, I was looking at 23s, and it looked like it was touching the 10 line,
Oh, copy.
but evidently I was wrong. So
Right. So,
we're still
all right,
going.
here we go. So now, coming back here, do you think Tanya is sitting there saying, "Okay, I had it, I didn't get it, thought I lost it. Now I have I have a second chance."
Yeah, this is.
So now the roles have flipped,
Yeah.
switched.
Exactly.
Now Toya's going, "Oh, I had it,"
Yeah.
and
And I feel like that can definitely take some wind out of your sails. 'Cause
Oh, for sure.
Well, you can only be this intense for so long.
right.
And Toya really looked determined right there and smashed those 3 shots. She's gonna have to rein it back in and do it all over again.
Right. All right, here we go. Toya Ellison. Little bobble
Yeah.
right there, but that looks good.
And I think if it was me out there, I would want to be in Toya's position, shooting first, putting the pressure on.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
That's
money.
money ball right there.
Shot looked good.
I'm still. Oh, I see Braden straight across over there. I say I hadn't been
Yeah.
able to find him yet, but I knew he'd be watching
He's watching.
with that eagle eye. All right, here we go. Toya Ellison.
Yep.
Another gooder. This might turn into one of them Jesse Broadwater, Braden Gillentine Indoor National shoot-offs where they sit here and shoot for 10 ends.
Yep.
Straight inside outs for days. Little bobble there. Little bobble.
Nope.
Yep. she was having some ups and downs right there. You could see it in the end of her bar.
So Toya's just got
So
to shoot it.
when that happens in this kind of a situation, Levi, with that amount of front weight, do you think that's a little leaking off of pressure?
I think so, yeah.
There you go.
You got it. Toya
Yep.
wins.
Yep. So a little bit of leaking off in the tension in the shot causes that front weight to act a little heavier.
Yeah, that I think, and if you stop executing, that dips.
Absolutely.
So, great shooting by both of them, though.
Absolutely. Let's get down here in position, and we will. We will wait for the official down here. Pretty clear on this one. All right. Obviously, as we can tell, it's clear that Toya won. Toya and Tanya hugging it out. All right, let's get a word with. Congratulations. All right, I'm here with Toya Ellison, your 2021 Rushmore Rumble champion. That was a little back and forth right there.
That was an awesome shoot-off, I think.
Absolutely. So I see that I've talked with you after wins before. You're a little bit more emotional right now than normal. What's leading to that?
Well, my little buddy's 3 months old, and I'm here shooting.
Absolutely, and you shot absolutely fantastic. Your husband Brady's right back over there, and I know they are extremely proud of you. And of course, I just want to let everybody know, if you didn't see her post, Toya is officially a U.S. citizen now, so congratulations. You got me all in my feels. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great job. Man, I'm over here all in my feels. Woo. Wow. That is, that's fantastic. Wow. Whoa. I'm going to come over here and, your wife's got me in my feels over here. All right, I'm over here. I'm over here having to do Lamaze myself. So I'm here with Brady Ellison. We're live here on Bowjunky Media. I was talking to your wife down there, and she was very, very emotional. I've talked with her when she's won before. I'm starting to choke it up now. So I asked her, I said, what's leading to the extra emotions? And she says, my little 3-month buddy is over there watching. And so as her husband and the father of that little 3-month-old buddy, tell us how that was for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. Like, she's been doing all that she can with the little guy, and, you know, she's been shooting 40 arrows some days, no arrows some days she gets 150 in, right? And she's completely changed, you know. Archery doesn't define her as a person anymore, and it's all about that little one, and archery's a bonus. So, like, for her to come out here and do what she did, I'm just so proud. And you know, it's pretty sweet that the first one that the little one comes to, we both win. So it's going to be a little good luck charm. We'll have to take him around. And he's such an awesome baby. He traveled so well, so hopefully he stays that way. He knew who he was choosing, his parents. So
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, buddy. All right, that was Brady Ellison right there, giving us his thoughts on his wife's victory. Absolutely. Woo! That was some feels right there. Let me tell you what. Yikes! Tell you what, I was all in my feels out there, man. I asked her, because she started tearing up right away, and I said, you know, I've talked with you before when you've won. What's leading to this extra emotion? And she says, my 3-month little buddy is sitting back there watching, and I'm just like, there's some dust in here. I got something in my eye.
Watching her and Brady, they're both crying over there. That's just awesome.
Absolutely fantastic. All right, man. Here we go, buddy. It's the championship open or men, and so obviously we have listed off the names, but we will run them down right now. Cole Frederick, Curtis Broadnax, Gregory Scott Scherer, James Ball, Chance Bobeff, Cody Seitz, Dave Cousins, Sam Wolthice, Louis Price, Mark O'Mell, And then, of course, we're getting up to them now. Jeff Rainey, Nick Capers, Jesse Broadwater, Jacob Sluzars, Dane Johnson, Braden Gellantine, Robert Householder, Jacob Pettit, Stephen Hansen, and Christopher Perkins. So, obviously.
A couple decent guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got to say, Sam Wolthius's beard is phenomenal.
So I am wondering what the over-under is on that color because, first of all, I'm jealous.
Yeah, but is it real?
It's blacker than the Ace of Spades. Like,
And
it is.
bro.
Dude, that's thick. It's darker than midnight. I mean,
Yeah, that's like he could advertise for one of those beard
that is.
companies.
Oh, totally. I guarantee you he's in one of those beard clubs.
Has to
There's just
be.
no way.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I'm just going to admit it. I'm
me
jealous.
too. I'm impressed.
Yeah. I mean,
There's no way you can't shoot a 900 if you have that beard.
Absolutely. His beard game is on point.
No
I
doubt.
mean, there's just no doubt. So talk to me a little bit about Dane. I mean, obviously we see him come to these indoor events and make a bunch of shoot-offs, but we just don't hear a lot about him.
He's a great shot, man. I mean, and he has success in the 3D world,
Right.
I'm pretty sure he won a Gnome Pro event.
Okay.
And seems like a super guy. What I've hung out with him, which is very little. But yeah, I mean, he flies under the radar, but he's got incredible game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This kid right here does too, Jacob Pettit. He
Yeah,
literally, he doesn't come to, he doesn't shoot 15 events a year. He only comes to some of the indoors and Reddings and outdoor nationals. But tell you what, Jacob Pettit can absolutely throw down.
Yeah, he's unreal. And Householder, who is getting more and more and more on the scene here. In
Yes.
3D world, he's unbelievable.
Right.
And obviously here as well.
Yeah. Stephen Hansen, really not a lot to say about him. He has absolutely killed it. I'll never forget indoor nationals when he literally just stopped and waited for Steve to shoot.
Yeah.
Just waited. Just waited. Steve shot, and he's looking around. He's like, ooh, just looking around. Oh, okay. Shoots, and yeah, it was absolutely phenomenal. Chris Perkins, of course. This is literally the first tournament in a year that Chris Perkins has fired indoor arrows for score, and he comes in leading on X's.
Yeah, 87 out of 90.
That's pretty stout.
Unbelievable.
Yes, and he's actually, I was talking to him a bit, he has been working with a trainer, and he just came off of a 28-day thing. What's Bruce talking about? And he did a 28-day deal where literally his trainer put him on like 2,500 calories a day, which he said was more for him. And he cut, I think, 2.5% body fat, but gained 3 pounds of muscle.
Gotcha.
And he was like, I just didn't think you could eat that much and gain weight. And I'm like, well, it depends what and build muscle and lose fat. And I'm like, well, it depends what you're eating.
Yeah.
If you're eating 2,500 pounds of pizza a day,
you
that
can't
ain't
eat
happening.
empty calories.
Right. Exactly. Nothing I eat is empty.
Ooh.
It all goes to use.
I like it.
Exactly.
Sports guy that says it's patented and copyrighted. Is this going to everybody in the world?
Michael Buffer.
Michael Buffett.
Yeah, Michael Buffer.
We're in Yankton, South Dakota. We're at the Rushmore Rumble, and we are ready to rumble.
Facebook's going to cut our live feed for copyright
False
infringement.
advertisement.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's funny. No, this is going to be interesting here now. This is, I don't know what time is it right now?
I'll tell you 1 second. It's 6:30.
6:30. So in Vegas right now, it's 3:30. So we wouldn't quite be starting the shoot off in Vegas yet,
Right.
but it'd be fairly close. We'd be building the arena floor.
Oh yeah.
So we are literally just within 2 hours of the exact same day we would be doing the Vegas shoot off, and I venture to say the number of people with 900s would be about the same.
Yeah. This has been about what it is every year.
Yeah.
Between 15 and 25.
Yeah, absolutely. So for those of you watching, we want to appreciate you guys tuning in to Bowjunky Media. This weekend's coverage is brought to you by Bomar Archery. I want to thank Levi Morgan for for hanging out with us. I know that he has some friends out there shooting right now that he would, obviously be out there supporting, but appreciate you hanging out with us over here.
Absolutely, man. Happy to do it anytime.
All right, so let's talk about your boy Chance.
Okay.
He's been here a bunch of times. He did tell me today that he goes, it just surprises me because he's won everything, like Vegas 3 times or 4 times or whatever. And he says, after all these years, this indoor stuff just doesn't get easier. And so,
yeah, we both said that too today. It just gets harder almost,
right?
Because you expect more out of yourself, you know.
Well, and everybody expects more out of you.
Exactly.
Like when you come to an indoor event and you've had a career indoors like Chance Bobeff, literally everybody's like, well, he might win.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're Cole or Cody or Sam or some of these other guys, at least you're like, okay, well, the spotlight won't necessarily be on my name alone.
Yeah.
And we even have an expedition bow out there.
Yep.
So
sure do.
That is absolutely fantastic.
And I'll tell you what, it's this is something to keep.
Bruce is talking.
One last guy individual.
Oh, this guy. I'm gonna kill him.
Finally, some credit where it's due.
Will I fit under this table? Crazy. All right, here we go.
2021 World Archery Indoor Archery World Series. So I would.
Great. So I'm in dead last.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Tim Gillingham just gave me a stat.
Uh-oh.
He said
I'm sure it's
more,
about to go tip.
Yeah. There's more gold tip arrows in this shoot off than any other brand. Oh,
Okay. Well,
that's Tim Gillingham. Okay.
what did he say?
He said just count them.
Well, I mean, hopefully for Tim's mental health, Steve Anderson doesn't come over and talk about historical wins.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Indoor.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So
Are we going to get in an argument?
No.
I'm joking.
Yeah. Are we best friends?
Are we?
Yep.
Oh, shoot.
All right, here we go. This is
It's going to be hard to keep up with.
well, obviously this end is practice end only, and then we go regular scoring. And I'm hoping that it doesn't go regular scoring X's and it's over. Hopefully they pare down to about 5. It just got dead quiet. It has not been this quiet in here. Right. Absolutely crazy. All right.
You're going to see a lot of X's on this. But
Yeah,
people just kind of going through the motions.
Correct. So these guys have obviously had some practice butts over here. They've been probably only waiting over there about 5-10 minutes. So rhythm-wise, some archers are more rhythm shooters than others, but from your perspective, I mean, you've been in this situation. What's the most important thing to do right now to get into your own rhythm?
Execute. I mean, your pin's going to start moving a little more than normal right now for most guys out here. And the worst thing you can do is freeze up on the back end. Oh, man. Chance got one touch in red in practice. But he's been doing that all week. And then when they blow that whistle and say it's for score, it just whoop right in the middle.
Gotcha.
So Chance just said something to me a couple of days, or yesterday, because the practice ends were rough.
Well, hold on here. I'm not sure that, I think Cody Sykes' V-bar just fell off. That might be why Chance missed that one low, because it fell off and might have hit Chance in the leg.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
That's Chance's luck.
Right.
But he told me something yesterday after we practiced, and he was struggling, and all of a sudden he shoots a 600, and he goes, I just found a way. And I think that's the attitude in here that he has. Is,
Right. And he's actually helping him with his back bar right now. Oh, his quick disconnect clip fell out. Of course, there's Jesse Broadwater over there to help too.
He's like, can I help? Is there a diesel engine over here I can work on?
Right. Just so you folks understand, yes, these guys are shooting off for all the money. Yes, these guys are pros and competitors, but we're all also archery family. And when something like that happens, you see Chance Bobeth down on a knee helping screw that V-bar back in, and it's really about, yes, they're competing, but you don't want to win that way.
No. No, and all these guys have been there, and it don't feel good when that's you. So everybody kind of pitches in like, hey, let's like pull this together,
Right.
and have a shoot off.
Exactly. And Chance is down there fixing that low hole. I'll be curious. For those of you watching, I will hopefully. I mean, I am indifferent on who actually wins here. But if Chance wins, I'll ask. But if he doesn't, folks, I will try to make a mental note to ask Chance if that V-bar falling off actually caused that low arrow. Now Chance's mental game is good enough that
It's unreal.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it affecting him. But all right, here we go. This is regular Vegas scoring. Tens or tens. Generally speaking, with this number of people, we generally lose about 3.
Yeah.
Just-
Max,
just-
I would say.
Yeah, just because.
Yeah. I've been knocked out this round, and you don't want to go out right here. Of course, I've done it about everything indoors, stupid and good that you can do, and so I know how it all feels.
Right. So one of the things about Chance, of course, is that he's patient,
Very.
and it ain't like he can punch it.
Yeah, nobody's going to rush Chance.
No.
No, I mean, and nobody's going to rattle him either.
Right. I mean, obviously Dave Cousins has had great victories. Sam Oltheis is shooting good. I mean, there's just some fantastic archers down there. The question is, at this point, so let me just break it down to this for you. Does this come down to who's the best shot, or does this come down to who has the best mental game?
I think you got to have both going on this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Broadnax is out. I think the best shot. It's got to be both. It's got to be both because I've seen some incredible shots come in here and have be struggling mentally and completely fold. You can't just be a good shot in here.
Right. Absolutely.
I would rather have somebody that was a good shot that felt like they were unbeatable in this situation. I think the mind is in control at this point.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, then that's literally, there are some situations. For instance, if you're shooting a pro series or a very difficult FIDA range, or not FIDA but field or whatever, there are some situations where you simply have to be
Right.
the better shot.
Reading, the best shot wins. That was, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
Standing at 20 yards, shooting the same dot over and over and over again. Whenever you just got to shoot the Big Ten, I think a lot of times, like you say, okay, Perkins shoots 87 supers, and then somebody shoots 60 supers down here. Well, obviously Perkins is the better shot for the overall this weekend. But if this guy has a stronger mental game all of a sudden, gets in here and can hold it together and shoot a few ends of supers back to back,
Yep.
he can win even though he's not the best shot this weekend.
Absolutely. And that's a great analogy right there. I mean, literally, that is, everybody's coming down to, everybody of course, but folks are coming down to congratulate Broadnax for shooting a 900.
It's just like 3D. Best shooter doesn't necessarily win every weekend.
Right.
It's the best strategizer and decision maker. You have to be a great shooter. You have to be great at a lot of things. So it's not just shooting.
Right.
And the same here is your mental game is, in my opinion, it's everything right here.
Right. Well, like yesterday, Donnie Thacker shot a pretty good score, and and like yesterday, Donnie Thacker was shooting great, but he actually got too aggressive and pushed out. He's a left-handed shooter, so he pushed out the left side of the dot because he was just too aggressive.
Right.
And so that's not being a
Exactly.
good or bad shot. That's
Exactly.
all mental.
Yep. Pretty much everybody, I'd say 75% of the guys that were standing on our line can shoot 600s pretty regularly
Sure,
at home.
absolutely.
So it's not necessarily about being a great shot. They're
Right.
all great shots.
Yep.
It's about who can feel that pressure, like recognize it, and tuck it way down deep.
Right.
And don't talk about it until this event's over
Exactly.
with. You know.
That's right. That's right. So all right, here we go. Generally speaking, when the X starts to count, it generally gets about cut in half.
Yeah, and that is right now. Let's see what
Right. Obviously, there's some guys out there that are definitely due. I mean, if I had to venture a guess, Chris Perkins wants this real bad after not shooting an indoor event for a year.
Wolthius missed one. Cousins missed one. Sights missed one. Everybody else is good.
There we go.
Perkins is mashing them. Hanson's mashing them.
Frederick here on the end is smashing them too.
Yeah.
Our young PSE Ginger Billy.
Yeah, Chance is good. Sights missed.
All right, Cole Frederick here on the end. He's got two.
Still good though.
Yeah, Cole Frederick's got spiders down there. And
Hanson's
another.
Through.
Yeah, this is exciting, Levi. I mean, man, Cole got him on and got him gone.
Yeah, Perkins is good.
Yeah, I think guys like Perkins.
Chance is good.
I think guys like Perkins and Stefan are here to.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they've
So
not
is
been.
Chance. They're looking like way ahead right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, and they're probably like, we ain't had a chance to show our
Exactly.
wares for a while,
Exactly.
so it's time to
Yeah.
literally turn up the volume and show out.
Yeah, and I know Chance is because this is a contract year for him. Because I've
Right.
been there. You know, you got something to prove. You know,
Absolutely.
this ain't like.
Go get him, Steve-O.
Boy, he's a big dude.
He's been beatboxing me all weekend. He's rolling that mic down there. Looks like a black toothpick in his hand. Steve's a good dude, man. That's Stefan Hansen. All right, here we go. So, all Tim's monitoring is gold tip results. So, all right, everybody. Hope you're appreciating and liking this live feed. We've been busting our humps all weekend to bring you guys the most authentic coverage that we possibly can. Like I always say, if I wouldn't watch it, I wouldn't expect you to. So we just come out here and try to do the best job we can for you guys. Right now, obviously, we have our new main man, Travis Durant, running the live feed programs and directing everything. So Travis is doing a great job. We appreciate him. His brother Hayden's on the still cam. My wife Kathy actually is running the camera that's focusing on the archers, and Travis's other brother, his brother from the same mother, Aaron, is on the camera that's looking at targets. So I appreciate all the Bowjunky crew, and I appreciate you guys that tune in. So thank you guys for that. Be sure to like and share this live feed. I'm not sure how much longer we got, but we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. There's a few got knocked out that round, but not many.
Right.
I think these guys are doing exactly what I said earlier. There's this many of them, they realize that they can't win it right here. But, they're looking 4 or 5 rounds ahead saying,
Right.
all right, no reason to get nervous yet. Make 3 good shots. And sometimes, all of a sudden, it's cut down big time.
Right. And so in a situation like this, what anyone else is doing means nothing to you.
Right. No.
Zero.
Yeah.
Like, you could care less.
Exactly.
You could care less if the guy next to you shoots the clock.
Yeah.
You're like, I got to do me.
Yeah. The amount of adrenaline that goes through you out there, it's unexplainable, really.
Right.
Like how the feelings you feel out there, you are so zoned in on you. It's insane.
Right. Absolutely.
Jacob Pettit, 30.
All right, so we got Steve Anderson out there. So the judges are looking at these arrows and
Robert Householder, 30.
so if you're listening to the scores being called, they're a little quicker than normal.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I think what we're doing is the obvious ones are called obvious ones.
29.
Oh, Braden's out.
Team's on.
So that's going to be a surprise to some folks right there for sure.
29.
Dane Johnson, 29. I'm telling you what, man. Every shoot he comes to, he pretty much makes the shoot.
Yeah.
30.
He's a solid
shoot-off.
shooter.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, in this situation right here,
Jesse Broadwater, 30.
Spanky Water gets him. Lisa Broadwater, are you watching this?
She is. I've seen her comments.
Lisa.
over time.
Brady, 30.
Holler
better
at me.
be.
Holler at me, Lisa. You boys out there.
Maybe watching her man out
Oh,
here,
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
as Kelsey Prim would say, my man.
Chance looks like he's
Chance like, I just shot that one in the red just to make you worry.
psych. Psych.
He's like, I did that for fun. I
You're
got
right.
bored of watching my pin sit in the middle.
Right.
Sam Walters, 29.
So Sam's gone.
JG Bowhunter, I sure did.
Dave Cousins.
Love that kid. Frederick's a great kid, but yeah, he's my little ginger bit Billy for sure. Great kid though. Cole can pound. Hi Lisa, I see you. You go, girl. All right, here we go.
So we lost.
Was that Cousins? Was it Wolfice is out?
They're looking at Cousins's right now.
I think they moved on to Cousins. Cody Seitz is 29. We must have missed
We missed Cousins.
what Cousins had down there. We'll know here momentarily if he pulls his target off.
James Ball, 30.
Look at that.
Scott Shear, 29.
All right, Shear with 29. It's not a big. That's a pretty good cut, right?
Yeah.
30.
There we go.
Archer's Trinity target base.
There we go. So we'll see if Dave Cousins
Well, they're all going to pull him down.
puts
See
up
if he
his
puts
face.
one up.
Yeah, right. Let me ask Steve as he go by. All right, Cousins is out. And for those of you wondering, Steve Anderson has made an executive decision to expedite the arrow calling, and we certainly appreciate it. I mean, the three.
It was actually 21 minutes for the first end at Vegas.
Yeah.
And I said, to score Big Ten, come on, we got to be. I quit watching, and I was shooting.
That's well, I mean,
He's right,
he's
though.
not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not wrong. So,
What the worst is when you miss and you got to
Right.
stand there for 20 minutes and
Right.
look at your arrow.
right. 1 second.
They need
Let's,
to move them in. Don't they?
Right, I was going to say. Bruce. Not yet. All right. All right. Next end, we will, for those of you wondering, they're not going to compress the archers yet. We will go one more end and see who drops out. And for those of you wondering that have heard my Sergio Pagni reference, basically, not quite as many archers, but literally the last end would have been it. That's how
Oh,
quick
yeah.
he won.
Yep.
So,
Yep. And there's 1, 2, 4.
And we are down to 12.
12 of them.
Archers left, 12
here we go.
archers. Gentlemen, this will be
I'd say this will get cut in half.
Yep.
next string scoring.
Absolutely. The thing that's impressive is, generally speaking, not that it doesn't happen, of course, Levi, but you still don't see people generally missing Big Tens.
No. It does happen, but
Chris Perkins is in a rhythm. He's moving.
he looks super comfortable,
Yeah, he's moving.
which is scary for everyone.
Right. Exactly. Up.
Looks like
Cole
a-
Fredericks has missed
Yeah.
one high.
yeah.
He looks over here and smiles. He knows. Good kid. And he can
Yeah, he
shoot.
is.
He can shoot.
Rocking them.
Looks like Cole's missed another one left.
Yeah.
That bottom left one of Broadwater's all right. On the wrong side of the shaft.
Yeah, Broadwater's is good.
All right.
Cappers has missed one.
All right. So we are going to get some cuts right here. All right, everybody, be sure to like and share this live feed so everybody can partake in this awesomeness in Yankton, South Dakota. The first annual Rushmore Rumble.
Chance is good.
I was just say it looked like that shot broke pretty decent from Chance. He looks
Trying
like
to tell him.
he's in a pretty good spot mentally
Yeah,
too.
he is. I was watching Cole Frederick it's so hard to stay that intense for that long and,
Right.
and to keep those nerves at bay.
Absolutely.
Rainey missed one.
So Rainey's going to miss one. Cole Frederick.
O'Mell missed one.
O'Mell missed one.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty right now. So keep in mind, folks, once this championship shoot-off reaches 5 archers or less, we go to the arrow for arrow. Now, there is the possibility, Levi, that don't happen because it literally just ends.
It could end.
It could literally end. But the way these guys are shooting,
Yeah, I'd say.
I'm not sure that's going to happen.
No, especially down there on that end with the guys that's got the high X counts. They're not even coming close to the 10 line. I mean, it's like watching machines. It's ridiculous.
Right. Exactly. That's absolutely fantastic. So they're going down, looking at the list. Steve's out there with the mic, ready to throw down the scores in a timely fashion.
Mm-hmm.
There are some close ones down there, and folks, and obviously things will slow down when they go to the X's, because, I mean, unless they're all obvious. But this has been an absolutely fantastic weekend. The turnout was absolutely amazing. I could not be happier. Look, I won't lie. When we put all this together, and Brittany said, as long as we can get like 340 people, we can break even. And I said, if we only get 340 people, I quit.
Yeah. And people really came out. I
Yep.
mean,
Absolutely.
everybody, like, it was just cool to see the archery community as a whole come together. Sponsors, manufacturers, shooters,
Yep.
pros, amateurs, everybody just came together and was excited to see an archery event happen.
Yep, absolutely. And scores were not down. Those young adults.
No, people are out here firing.
Right. Yeah.
Christopher Perkins, 30.
Shocker.
I'm
Shocker
sure
right
he's,
there.
Hansen, 30.
we're as surprised
Yep.
as he is.
Yeah, Stefan Hansen.
Jacob Pettit, 30.
All right.
Robert Householder, 30.
Well, you were certainly right. Those end guys right there are definitely throwing down.
Jacob Slusar, 30.
Jacob Sluzar's
Yeah,
30.
he's right in there with them. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
they're just,
No doubt.
Jesse Brownwater, 30.
Broadwater 30.
uh-oh.
Jeff Rainey, 29.
All right, you were correct on the Rainey call.
Yep.
Oh, they're looking at capers pretty close right there.
Is it capers, cappers? I think I said cappers. If it's capers, I'm sorry.
Cappers, I don't know either.
Yeah,
I
just
don't-
sound things out.
You say one, I'll say the other.
Okay, one of us is right.
Correct. All right. Here we go. So I will assume or hope after this. Oh, we got it.
Oh my goodness, he did get it.
We got it. That's our expedition guy.
It is.
That's our
It
expedition
is
archery
capers,
guy.
I guess.
O'Mell 29, you called that. Where's
Chance Bobeth, 30.
Chance Bobev 30. So Louis Price is we missed Louis. He's out.
Yeah, he's out.
James Ball, 30.
James Ball 30. All right, so we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at 9.
Yep.
There we go. Well, then there were 9, so we're.
Getting closer.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought we'd get down to 5 by now.
I did too, but these guys are.
What? What do you want, Timmy? Oh, Tim wants a snack.
Those aren't even mine. I
Jeez
just
Louise.
gave them to
Oh, whatever. Tim's mile per gallon must be as bad as mine.
him. That's a good point. It's been 3
Tim
hours. I
smashing the
gotta
honey roasted peanuts. Those actually sound pretty good, but so Levi Morgan busts out what nutrient bar is that?
eat. It's a Quest bar, so there's nothing else
Oh, really?
yet.
Jeez Louise, is that peanut butter
Is that
flavored?
loud for you guys?
Jeez Louise. Levi Morgan is emotional eating right now.
Yeah. I've been emotional eating all week.
Right? All right, here we go.
We are going to kick
All right, here we go. So
And
we
they
got
didn't new face them this end, so
we got the two elite boys down here together. Got the expedition boy by himself.
bunch of Matthews
I
guys.
think
in there.
Sluzars is shooting the old
Hoyt.
Hoyt Hyper Edge.
Ball's got a good one. Chance got a good one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good ones down there.
Be easier to tell you the bad ones.
Right. Well, it looks like the fourth one in down there might be a little high left, high right, but I can't tell really. I think
It's
that's
solid.
householder. Okay.
It's
is
just not an inside-out super. It looks
it?
terrible.
Gotcha. Pretty much. Oop. Looks like
That one's definitely out.
Caffer's dropped an X there. Jesse seems to
Ooh,
be in his
Chance
rhythm.
dropped one.
Chance seems a little bit surprised by that.
Yeah.
Shaking his head. I don't think he expected that.
No, it didn't look like it. Perkins is already done, but he's got one. Perkins shot a big 9, I think.
Oh, that top arrow?
No, his bottom right arrow.
Oh, okay.
It's low, low.
Gotcha. I mean, it's actually looking at Chris at the OPA and in Vegas, it seems like that low arrow is pretty much what puts him out sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, look, I can't say nothing. He's one of the best shooters around, and he shoots all that weight up front fantastic. But what do you think it is that contributes to that low arrow? Because historically, that's pretty much what gets Chris.
I think it's execution.
Okay.
You know, yesterday I was having one of the worst days of my life shooting, and it was all low. My pin, when I missed, was low. I would shoot inside out super and low. And so I finally said, you know what? I'm going to learn today. Because it's not very often you can feel this pressure.
Right.
And what I realized by the end of the day was when I stopped executing on my back end, my pin would dip and the movement fired the shot.
Okay.
And so when I miss low, it's not because I let it aim down there. It's because I stopped executing
Gotcha.
on the back end.
Right.
I don't know if that's the same for Chris.
And
He
now-
seemed to have his stuff way more together this weekend. than I did.
Now you are shooting the hinge, so that
Exactly.
that probably contributes.
Exactly. And, you know, it's the first time I've shot a hinge indoor in 5 years. And so
So
I had to learn all over again.
Can I ask why?
Well, anybody that watched the Vegas shoot-off last year, I was shooting a light thumb button, and the little thing we call target panic jumped all over me. And I
Copy.
haven't touched it since. So
Copy. All right, fair enough. Tender topic, probe no further.
it's not tender. Maybe for some.
Right, well.
I've
that's,
faced that beast multiple times.
Haven't we all? Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Chris Perkins.
Chris looked like he saw a ghost.
Wow.
It's 29.
So Chris Perkins is going to be out. That's a good run by Chris. Stefan with a 30.
So Chance is going to be out for sure. We're looking at Pettit's.
Jacob Pettit, 30.
Dang, Jacob hanging in there, son.
Like a hair and a biscuit.
That's right. Coming out here rolling with those clams. Robert Householder.
I'm telling you, Robert's got game.
Yeah, he does.
And he's one of the best human beings.
Is he?
He's an awesome guy.
Jacob with a 30.
Jesse Brockwater, 30.
Jesse's
Yeah.
here to play.
He's, yeah. Well, I think he's still salty about it.
Cappers, 28.
Nick Cappers is out. I think Jesse's still a little bit salty about second in Vegas last year, if I'm being honest.
What did he do in Vegas last year?
Got second.
Oh, yeah, he sucked real bad.
And he's,
What was that? How did I do then?
jeez Louise. Levi Morgan spitting fire over here, people. Ball with a 30. No, I mean, so let's see. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're one away from head to head. So, and I don't think it's necessarily taking second that really bothered him. Okay, taking second really bothered him. But he literally told me that when he fired that arrow that missed high right, he didn't even look at it. He said it broke, and he was like, money.
Right.
And then when everyone went, oh, he goes, what? So I think it was the
Right.
I think it
he
was
felt
the
like he did what he should have.
bingo.
Mhm.
Bingo.
That hurts.
You've been there.
Yes.
And so my fault, your fault, no one's fault. I mean, when Jesse Broadwater tells you that he can't shoot a better shot, what do you say?
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean,
Yeah, I've been there. That's the worst when you don't know what happened, right?
right.
In those situations, you dip bang.
So
or,
wait a second. Who are we missing here? Oh, the elite guy was still down. I was like, wait, that's only 5.
That's ball. And I was talking to Christian Berry earlier, and he said he's got. I've never seen him.
Right.
Yeah, I can remember. And Darren was like, he's got incredible game. And obviously, Darren knew what he was talking about. 'cause
He absolutely
weeded
does.
through a lot of good shooters.
Yes. He's got both games we were talking about. But
Mm-hmm.
just to hit on Jesse real quick, he had practiced. I mean, look, similar to Chance, probably not to the extent because Chance literally is. But Chance cares about one event. It's Vegas.
Yeah.
Not that he doesn't care about other stuff, so people don't get all twisted. But Jesse said he practiced more for Vegas last year than he ever has. And he's won it 3 times, so
Right.
it's like it's not like he's just like, "Oh, I'm going to go to Vegas."
Right, yeah.
But he said he practiced so hard for Vegas last year that to not win it on an arrow on a shot that he had no questions about stung.
I guarantee it.
So,
And I
know.
think a lot of that is when I've had that happen to me in the past, it's been when I come out of my peep and don't realize it. Because my dot's still in the middle.
Right.
My shot feels great, and it don't hit.
right.
And what I realized I was doing is when I get nervous, I start coming out of my peep. And so everything's not centered. Everything looks perfect,
Right.
but it's not. And I heard Jesse, I think I saw Jesse make a post about that the other day.
He did.
Where he said he put the nose button on,
Right.
and said I had no idea how often I was coming out of my peep.
That's scary.
Yeah, that is scary.
Right. Well, I mean, because look to talk about that real briefly. That's the thing about the nose button is the no. I talked with an amateur and did an interview. Great guy, and he gained 11 points overnight using the nose button. Is the nose button going to help Levi Morgan or Jesse Broadwater when they're on their game once a weekend, if that?
Right.
It's not about when you're shooting at an X the size of a basketball. It's when the X looks like the size of a 14 on a turkey at 52 yards.
Right.
That's when it matters. And if it saves someone like you or Jesse one a weekend, that can mean 20 grand.
Yeah, 1 point.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I will spend an entire. If you told me, I'll guarantee you 1 extra point at the next event. If you spend an entire week serving your bowstring and unserving it.
I'm on it.
Okay, I might not do that. But almost.
I need more than one, so I wouldn't. But
But like,
All
even
right,
if,
here we go.
if
So-
it's like it won't help me that much, it'll help.
so basically, what they've done here is they've went ahead and made it 6. So we are now at 6 people, and we are moving to the arrow for arrow.
Yep.
So it's about to get real interesting.
Yep. So ball's gonna lead us off here. I'm guessing.
Correction, guys, you're shooting 1 arrow at a time, but it's not arrow per arrow. It's all 3 as a regular man. All right? Good luck.
Oh, this is going to be fun. This is
I'm
going to be
already nervous.
Right? Like I had kind of adjusted to my heart rate, and then now that they're going to this with these 6 guys, I'm like,
This type of. That's a good one. This type of shoot off right here is as much pressure as you could possibly feel in
right.
archery.
And I think this is the future right here. I mean, let's just be honest. This is the future.
Good one.
That'll play. And just for those wondering, Jesse's shooting the AAE Max Max Stealth Vane, which is a 2.6 parabolic. And generally speaking, that's not the vane to shoot on a big giant 27 diameter arrow indoors.
Good one.
Unless you're shooting light point weight, which he is. So if you're shooting 250, 300 up front, like a lot of guys do for indoors, you need more vane.
Yeah.
So when I saw Jesse with those, I immediately was like, hey, what's the deal there? So I think he's running either 125 or 150 up front, so he needs less vane. But
Right.
that's a complete change for Jesse as far as his indoor rig goes.
Yep. Yeah, it's not what you see out here a lot, but it works.
Oh, apparently.
Everybody's good so far.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's one of the things that a lot of folks don't necessarily understand is, you know, when selecting a vane, whether it's an AAE or a tack or whatever it may be, point weight, arrow weight, all diameter, all of that matters. Just because you're shooting indoors doesn't necessarily mean that you need a big giant vane. It depends on the build.
Yep, absolutely.
Same goes for outdoors. I've seen guys with little tiny arrows with way too much vane on there, and I'm like, that's going to parachute like a mother.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you want to steer with as little as possible.
Right.
Steer as long as you're guiding.
Jesse's pretty much not moving.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Nobody's missed yet.
No, and I mean, like a guy like you who's shooting a pretty heavy arrow outdoors for a redding type thing, you can get away with more, more vane than less. But a lot of people who aren't shooting that heavy an arrow, they can't.
Right. Yeah.
And it really ends up costing them accuracy.
Yeah, they've got way too much helical on, or
Right.
whatever it is.
Exactly. Look at Stephen Hansen down there. He's just lounging.
Yeah, it looked like he was about to fall asleep.
Right. Yeah, he's
He's
pulling
not used to going this slow.
Right.
He's fired 17 arrows already.
Yeah. No, this is pretty awesome right here.
Still.
And he runs a stack out there on the end.
It's got to be 28.
It's a bunch.
Yeah.
It don't move.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah, this is going to absolutely be, look, are they? The questions are going to come in. Are they going to transition to this? Is that an X down there?
That is screaming.
Okay. I mean, everyone's going to ask, well, are they going to do this at Vegas? Are they going to do this at internationals? The question is 100%, I don't know.
It's a really cool. Ooh, Jesse just stuffed his last one. It's a really cool feel.
Right. Right. And, I mean, obviously it would be better for spectators. It would be more pressure for archers. It'd be a better show. But, this was literally the test event. This was the first event that this ever happened at. So,
Oh, yeah. Sluzar's got incredible composure.
yeah, no doubt. All these guys do. It's super quiet in here. He looked.
Solid.
Householder's looking at that one pretty quick.
Yeah, it was solid.
All right, Jacob Pettit. Looks like he's holding pretty good. Good Lord Almighty. It really at this point, it's just going to come down to who makes a mental mistake first. A form break,
Yeah.
leaks off pressure.
Sure, yeah. Tries to get in a hurry.
Right.
Nobody missed.
That
Well,
was
maybe
absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
That
Got a
is
close one.
absolutely phenomenal. Steve's going to go out there and walk down the line once, say, everybody. Steve had something to say. He just didn't say it. But hope everybody's liking this live feed. Appreciate Levi Morgan being with me. This weekend's coverage is brought to you by Bowmar Archery. As you can see from the ticker that has been running across the bottom of the screen, the not only the Bowmar Archery brought to you by, but the Rushmore Rumble pre-sponsors. That has been absolutely huge. And, of course, we want to thank our regular Bowjunky advertisers. Without them, none of this would be possible. So really appreciate everybody's support. Look at all those fingers going up there, and they're not even the middle ones. So we are obviously enjoying ourselves here. This has been an absolutely fantastic shoot-off. They're looking at balls pretty close right there.
Yeah, I knew it was close. I can't see the shaft is blocking the line, but it is touching the outside of that 10, so it is like pushing is all he can get.
Right. And it's a little bit kicked the wrong way. I mean, if that was kicked the same direction, the same amount down, it would be a no-brainer. But
Jacob Pettit, 30.
There we go. Here comes Justin Hanna to complain he's hungry.
He starved to death.
Householder, 30.
30, 30, 30s. Insert.
Jacob Slusars, 30.
Dude, this is intense.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jesse
just,
Broadwater, 30.
yeah, here we go. They're taking the double look.
Still looking at balls. I knew it was close, but I'd say he's praying inside pretty hard right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Regardless, this show and this performance is going to be good for him.
Oh, no question.
I mean, of course, Darren Christianberry's over there like, please, 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 please.
And finishing 6th place with a 29, James Ball.
James Ball. Great showing
Great
by
shooting.
James. Absolutely great showing. This is really going to change the dynamic for a lot of these shoot-offs for sure. Being able to transition to shoot-offs like this at a certain point. Obviously, you're not going to do this with 19 people.
Right.
But as things get pared down, it absolutely is going to be the future, no doubt.
Yeah. And James took a picture of that arrow.
Joe, did he?
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to look at that a few times over the next couple weeks.
And we are down to our top 5 archers who will once again be
He didn't even pull his.
one arrow at a time.
He didn't pull his thing, or he didn't even take his bow.
No. He's like, you can have it.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want that name tag.
And
or that
he
tag."
wasn't rattled at all.
No.
It was just, you don't have to make a bad shot to miss that super.
No.
That's what people might not understand. Is you can make a good shot, feel good about it, and not hit that little thing.
Right. All right, folks, we're back. Sorry about that. Our internet dropped out. It's not really sure what to say at this point. We apologize. Thanks for everybody tuning back in. We had a sneaking suspicion that this might happen given some last-minute additions to the thing here. We are still...
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed, right. Nothing's changed. We are still shooting X for X. And nobody has missed yet, but we apologize. Sorry about that, folks. This is Greg Poole here with Bowjunky Media. I'm here with Levi Morgan. This weekend's coverage is brought to you by Bomar Archery.
Good Lord.
Yeah, of course, we are here at the 2021 Rushmore Rumble. We have no idea what happened right there. Our internet just dropped. So, of course, there could be a tornado outside for all we know.
Pettit missed.
Who did?
Pettit.
Pettit missed. So now there's going to be 4. Thanks, Tom. We appreciate it. Here with Levi Morgan. We are down to the final 5. We have been arrow for arrow, X for X. Not arrow for arrow necessarily, but N for N. But it's been 1 arrow per. Sorry, folks, if you guys could Lisa Broadwater says, great nerve break. But if you guys could like and share this live feed. Sorry about that drop off there.
Lisa, you can rest a little bit because Jesse got all 3 of them.
Right. He is, he's definitely awake right there. But we apologize again for that drop off there. He actually got down to a little bit of time right there. No one's really pushed the clock at all, Levi. All right, here we go.
Yep.
Householder holding it together.
Sluzar, Householder, and Broadwater are still good. Pettit's out.
All right. Pettit with the last one for effect. Good recovery there by Pettit, but it'll be a little bit too late. A little bit too little too late. I think Stefan actually skipped Neem to come shoot this event so he could then go obviously indoor nationals and all that. So he actually skipped Neem. And as you can see, Stefan out there repping the new Stan jersey.
Yeah, I seen that.
So Stefan actually changed some gear this week. Recently, he switched over to Stan releases and good Lord Almighty, sights. I am drawing an absolute blank right now.
What products you talking about?
Stefan Hansen changed
Yeah,
sights, and I cannot remember the darn. I am drawing a blank right now. Phil is going to absolutely kill me. Shibuya.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Phil. That internet drop in our live feed right there raised my heart rate to above Paige Pierce's. So you'll have to forgive me, Phil, if you're watching. Shibuya. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, how I drew a blank on that. Oh, I know why. Because I was chewing on my heart in the back of my throat like it was a. What is it? A cow chews on? Chud?
Cud?
Cud.
Yeah, chewing its cud.
I was chewing on my cud, but it was my heart in the back of my throat. But, yeah, he switched to Shibuya and Stan, and it has absolutely been working.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yep.
He's unbelievable.
Robert Householder, 30. Stefan with a 30.
Jacob Sluzar, 30.
30, 30, 30. And Broadwater.
Jesse Broadwater, 30.
And then there were 4.
Yeah, Jeremy, you're right. Yeah, booyah. Jeremy is right. Booyow. I feel my heart rate coming back down now that we're back up and running.
Calm down, bro.
I'm trying. Literally, when that live feed went down because of the internet, my heart rate went up and it felt like it got 7,000 degrees in here. All right, here we go. We are back. We are down to Stefan Hansen, Robert Householder, Sluzars, and Broadwater. So this is obviously they're going to make them put up new targets now, and this is going to be interesting right here. Now, the thing that's interesting, like for Jesse Broadwater, of course, it doesn't matter how many holes he has in his target. He shoots a gigantic dot. He never sees holes anyway. However, for a guy like you that shoots a little pin, having a hole in the middle would obviously be cool.
Yep.
But for guys like Jesse, I don't know what Stefan does, but
No, and that's smart. The best I've shot indoors has been with a dot. As far as I've made a lot of shoot-offs with a pin and did well, but whenever I've really shot well, made podiums indoors, it's been with a black dot.
how big?
Covers up to 10.
Okay, Jesse's covers up a lot of the yellow. Like he sees a little yellow around.
That's me.
his-
I've covered up the whole 10, and I just seen a halo of yellow.
Oh,
around
okay,
it. Yeah.
okay.
And
Now-
that way, if I get a bad hole, I don't stare at my pin. Doesn't go straight to it.
Correct. Absolutely. That's the whole thing. I mean, he doesn't shoot that outdoors, of course.
Right.
Certainly doesn't shoot it for ASA, but for known. But did you ever find yourself having a problem transitioning from a big dot like that to a little fiber optic?
No, I actually shoot really well when I first transition because I can pinpoint my aim. But I've also, it's almost like shooting that big dot helps me execute really well. And then the first 100 arrows, when I go back to that little pin, I shoot unreal good.
Nice.
I should probably shoot a big dot, and then when I get in a shoot-off, go to that.
That's one way to do it. All right, Jesse Broadwater's going to be up first.
New face for all of them.
Yeah, he's
Smashed it.
say he's aiming. He's
Yeah,
aiming
he
that.
doesn't care about
aiming
no
that
new
thing
face.
pretty good. Yeah, right. Well, like I said, you could literally bore out the entire 10 and it wouldn't matter. You can't
Yeah.
see it. Interesting. Sluzar's there. Be interesting to watch his next shot. It almost looks like he pulls a Fernando Venezuela from back in the day. When he comes to full draw, it almost looks like he looked up at his top cam or something.
Gotcha.
Maybe he was just
He's shaking his head, but he pounded that Super X.
right.
That's a good one.
Little tall one, but it's going to hang. All right, Stefan down here. How's that look? Looks good.
Dandy.
All right, here we go. Jesse with his mini speed rig. Maybe he'll be shooting the same thing in Nome. I doubt it.
He's shooting it well.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
I haven't seen Jesse shoot this good in a while. Just not even close.
I'll have to do a podcast with him on this arrow build and see exactly what it was that he found out. You know, what is it about this build that, I mean, obviously it's going to be faster. Stroking. This is incredible. All right, everybody, please like and share this live feed so everybody can watch these amazing archers shoot arrow for arrow. This format is not disappointing.
No, I'm just amazed. I've been watching these guys shoot for years and shooting with them and standing out there with them some, but this is just ridiculous.
Right,
I would have bet we would have been done by now
right.
at the beginning of this.
Well, this added pressure
Yeah.
definitely would have, you know, really at this point it's just a matter of who breaks first.
Jesse got 3 inside outs.
It's not Jesse Broadwater at this end anyway,
No.
but everybody here is just absolutely shooting unbelievable. That's a great question, Eddie. At this point, it's hard to tell who's going to win. Ding. That's
Householder just kind of rolled his eyes like, oh, God.
right. Well, and obviously, you've probably not been in a position indoors to have an extended shoot off before, but you have. That one looks a little bit low,
He's
right?
good.
Okay, but I mean, what do you think, Levi? At what point does the not necessarily the edge wear off, but at what point, like you just said, Robert just kind of rolled his eyes. At what point do you just go, good Lord?
Yeah, I mean, because you're out there feeling it, and these guys might be getting in a little bit of a groove at this point because they've been under this pressure now for over an hour.
Right.
And once you're under that pressure for a certain period of time, it starts to kind of go away, and you not really go away, but you start to shoot better.
Sure. Because now
If
you're like, screw it.
It's kind of like a fight. If you weather that first flurry, you know, and take a few punches and still are there, it's a lot harder to knock you out.
Right.
You
Absolutely.
know, you see, and that's kind of the same way in here. Is these guys are in a groove now, and they've handled the nerves and they're feeling confident. I mean, they ain't missed a Super X in like, I don't know, since lunch.
Right. So let me ask this. Now that we're doing this arrow for arrow and 30s, we're going to see a bunch of 30s out there, aren't we? Yeah, we pretty much know what's going to happen here. So my question is, when it comes to shooting this arrow for arrow thing versus having 2.5 minutes to shoot all 3 of your arrows, which one do you think is more advantageous? This one where it's 1 arrow at a time, or the basically 3 and 2.5 minutes?
Advantageous to what?
What we're seeing right here.
Well, I just think that, honestly, I think the reason this is going so long is because these guys are getting a break. Between shots. Because
Okay.
my first arrow is money normally. But what I do when I get nervous, I get in a hurry.
Oh, okay.
And I think this forces you to slow down.
So you're looking at this being 3 first arrows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
8 shoot off and.
We had before with Jesse leading off. Jesse, you are on the clock.
That is unreal. I mean, at some point, someone's going to blink.
You would think.
Has to be.
I got to eat breakfast.
Now, Jesse's been in these situations before at indoor nationals with Braden, and he's been in. Jeez.
He looks at it like, oh, did that touch the super line?
Right. My bad, y'all.
He's incredible.
All right, he just did it again. So next time,
I'm gonna watch.
next time Jacob shoots, I want you to watch what he does when he addresses. That looks a little low.
Yeah, that's out.
All right. So there's somebody blinked.
Yeah.
So who's over here? Oh, so Jesse's glancing over here at Shane Wills and Donnie Thacker, his second and third wife.
51-50.
I'm telling you. So, all right, here we go. Stefan's holding pretty good. Little bobble there at the end. He steps back to take a quick look.
Really close. Really close.
All right, here's Jesse. Jesse's holding well. Looks like that
it's
caught the
good.
bottom. Here, watch.
Yeah.
See it?
It's just got to be in his system.
Right.
Like he's got a system of movements or checks that he goes through.
But you saw what he.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
He'd
not saying
already
this.
hit full draw
Right.
and like was anchoring, and he looked straight up his string.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm-
Interesting.
Right. That's pretty much what I was observing myself. Good Lord.
I think all the guys that shoot non-pro are watching Householder right now going, this is going to be a long year.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, they're looking at him and Jesse both saying that.
Right.
Yeah, you could see that close one Stefan has. He took about 3 extra seconds for it to fire. And I don't know if he stopped executing or what happened at that point.
Jesse's blinking a little bit extra on that shot right there. Didn't seem to matter, of
He's
course, but
trying to
here
clear
you go.
this.
Watch again. Watch again. Comes to full draw. Looks up.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It's almost like he's moving his face to get his anchor right.
Right.
I don't know.
Just a-
That's wild.
Yeah.
And he's hammering him.
He's out there pounding it out. I'm not hating. It was just an observation,
Yeah.
but it's definitely part of his shot routine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go, Householder.
Holding. Yeah.
Wow. So, about those dinner plans.
Yeah, I already told him to push our reservation.
What are you guys eating?
Murdo's or whatever.
Oh, gotcha. Across the river.
So Stefan has a close one, and Sluzar is out.
So, Sluzar's out.
So we're down to at least 3.
That is absolutely incredible. We, Carla Grigg says he can't keep his eye off those gas strings.
Yeah. I'm trying to hand signal Samantha
I
to
see
call
that.
the restaurant.
Right. I can't even see her, barely see her mouth moving from here. I'm
She
blind.
said 8:30.
You're like, push.
Happy Valentine's Day, babe. We're not going to make supper tonight.
Right. No, that's absolutely fantastic. Hope everybody's really enjoying this live feed. This new format, obviously, this shoot-off is extended, but nobody's left. Nobody's left.
No.
I think people really at this point are like, hey,
They're
I'm
appreciating
I'm
it.
pot committed.
Yeah.
I mean-
at this point.
I mean, let's be honest. We haven't had a national indoor shoot for a year, and our first one back, we are now going into 9 N's. No, this was 9 X's, all X's. Like,
So they're about to shoot a 660 very shortly.
well, no, they're about ready to shoot a 330
330, yeah.
in a shoot-off.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, for all. That's how you throw down.
Yeah, they're looking hard at Stefan's arrow.
Not at home, not in your own garage, not in your own range.
Stefan's
At-
eyes are closed.
At the Rushmore Rumble, first tournament indoors in a year, and these guys are performing like this. That's the state of archery these days.
Yep.
Let's be honest. You know all of our friends in Europe, Slosher and Sebastian Pinot and Dom. Oh, Stefan Hansen's out. So you know all of our European friends are over there watching like,
Yep. Oh, yeah.
what?
Wishing they could be
Right.
here.
Dang. All right. Looking at Sluzars. So at this point, it looks like we're going to be down to the 2 known pro guys.
2 Matthews boys, known pro guys.
Yep.
One shooting tack veins, one shooting AAEs.
There we go. Get down with the get down. What arrow does Robert shoot? I can't
It's
tell.
like a Black Eagle or maybe a...
That might be a, I can't tell.
No?
Super drive?
Yep, it's an Easton Super Drive.
All right. So for all intents
Sluzars, 29.
and purposes, Easton Super Drives are going to win this. Where's Tim at?
Yeah, I was about to say. Tim disappeared.
Where's Tim at? Hey, Tim. How are the... Tim says no comment. Tim is I will give Tim credit. He is a good sport.
Oh, yeah. I've hunted with Tim. I've hung out with him. I mean, I loved him.
Yeah. He's a great sport about the gold tip thing, and we all joke around, and I know some people hear us joking around and don't understand, but Tim is a great sport. And as soon as I turned around and looked at him, he knew exactly what I was doing.
He's like, don't look at me.
No, right. So, Easton Super Drives are going to win the first annual Rushmore Rumble. Now the question is, whose?
Yep.
I flip it.
I honestly, both these guys are unreal.
We got to shoot off for
For
third.
third.
Folks, this is absolutely fantastic. Kevin Pratt says he'd like to know Jesse's heart rate compared to householders.
What's that?
Kevin Pratt says he'd like to know Jesse Broadwater's heart rate versus householders.
I don't think either one of them's heart's beating. It's ridiculous. They look so calm.
Jesse's like, what'd he say?
It's getting late.
Well, so now we have another dynamic being entered into play. We have another dynamic.
Okay.
Our 2 guys who are shooting off for first have to stop.
Oh, yeah. For who knows how long.
Gentlemen, we will again alternate shots. Jacob, you will be shooting first. Jacob,
So-
you are on the clock.
Jesse comes over. Robert Householder comes over. They're just over here chilling.
Getting a hot
No.
dog break.
Right now, if you were in their position, would you be inclined to come over here and shoot any arrows, or no? Or have you been doing this shoot off long enough that?
Yeah, I'm not shooting no arrows over here.
All right,
At this point,
ride what you brought.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if this starts going 15, 20 minutes, I might grab my bow and come over here just in
Right.
case, you know.
Exactly. That is just unreal. All right. He's shooting that thing good, man.
He's holding a long time.
Yeah, he is.
And he's inside out.
Right.
He's like, oh, almost fell asleep right there.
Pretty much. Pretty much. That one looks that one a little low.
Yeah, but it hung.
All right. All right.
I'm going to
here we
ask
go.
Luzar what he's doing.
Right.
Now that's getting, I'm like, what?
Right.
Look at that. He's got a different anchor where he almost leans forward with his head.
Right.
And
Right.
It looks like he's like
I mean, he's-
anchoring something when he does it.
Yeah, he's really
Dave
on top
Cousins
of it.
almost.
Yeah,
you
he's
know?
really on top of it.
Yeah. He's like a Gillingham look, but you know how Dave Cousins turns his head
Oh,
and
yeah.
buries it in.
Yep.
Almost looks like it's what he's trying to do. And we're tied.
So what we need to do here is let's see here. I don't see Chance back here anywhere.
He's right over there.
Go over there and ask Chance if when that stabilizer fell off, that made contact with him at all. Or do you want me to?
I don't care.
Go ahead.
All right. Chance is hiding from me.
Chance is hiding.
Hey, Greg wants to know if when that stabilizer fell off,
Yes.
did that hit you in the leg?
No, it didn't hit me, but it scared me real bad, and I was really deep in my shot because he yelled a profane language, and swung his bow into me, and I shoot with both eyes open so I could see. I see pretty good out of my peripherals, and he swung it into me and yelled. It scared me real bad.
Because when your arrow hit, we about had a heart attack.
Me too. But I was more worried about him than I was the arrow.
That's awesome. All right, thanks. Well, there you go. Didn't hit him, but scared him to death. He said didn't hit him, but whenever it happened, the guy yelled and screamed profanity, and it scared him.
Gotcha. Hurt his virgin ears.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Well, that explains that. Did you hear Stefan? He's
Shoot-off end. You have completed a full game. Jacob, you will be shooting first. Jacob, you are on the clock.
This is not the shoot off any of us were expecting as far as duration.
No, it's been a long time since anyone go this far.
What percentage are you at? How's that possible? Are you on that big cube or the small cube? All right, here we go.
Looks like we got the arrow twirl back.
Right. Exactly. This is absolutely unreal.
Ooh.
Well, there's going to be that.
So now it's on Stefan.
Right.
It's definitely not over yet.
Right. No. Although Stefan is a closer.
Yes, he is. And he looks tired.
Yeah. Stefan's probably like, all right, just get this done. All right, here we go.
Good recovery
All right. Stefan Hansen for the
third place
for the
finish.
third. I think the thing ain't barely moving.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So Stefan Hansen is going to take third at the first ever Rushmore Rumble. Now it's going to be a matter of getting Jesse Broadwater and Robert Householder back out here.
Yep. Yep. So they didn't have to wait too long.
No, not bad at all. Not bad at all.
This is the Rushmore Rumble. And Stefan Hansen will third place podium finisher.
There you go. So Easton's going to take first, second, and third. Not
Yep.
sure Tim's going to be too stoked about that.
Maybe not. He'll be all he'll have to say is wait till Foley.
Right? Exactly. Right. All right, here we go. So Jesse Broadwater and Robert Householder will put their scorecards and their name tags back up.
So it'll be PSE with Stefan at third, and then two Matthews guys,
Yep.
first and second.
Matthews, Hoyt.
Matthews, PSE.
What'd I say?
Hoyt.
Yeah, Matthews, PSC.
I think you just said that because it's an indoor shoot.
Well, and Jacob was shooting a
Yeah, Hoyt. Yeah.
Hoyt as well. So
Man.
yeah, we got folks. We got Marion over in the UK saying it's 1:45 in the morning. I'm going to eat something, seeing how it's going to take a while.
I hope I'm going to eat something soon.
Dude, for real. This is absolutely fantastic. Appreciate you guys sticking with us. 9th shoot-off end right here, Pure X's.
2,500 people
This
watching.
weekend's coverage is brought to you by Bowmar Archery. This is absolutely, this is going to be a legendary shoot-off
Oh, yeah.
right
You
here.
know the one we talked about for years, like 10 ends, indoor nationals or whatever?
Yes,
Well,
this.
Yes.
Literally this.
You remember that time in Yankton?
Right. Remember that time we didn't have any indoor shoots for a year, and then
And all of a sudden,
Jesse and-
nobody missed.
Right. Pretty much.
Except
is-
Levi. He missed for everyone.
Dang.
Mm.
Yeah, that layoff
Surprise.
really affected Jesse.
Yeah. Probably went over there and overnighted Lisa some roses for Valentine's Day.
Exactly. Went over there and FaceTimed with his kids. And a little bit of oohs and ahs over there.
That's out.
All right, well, perhaps that layoff did break some rhythm.
Yeah.
So now Jesse Broadwater obviously knows.
Yep. And Jesse's looking at Robert's, not his. He
Right.
knows his is in there.
Exactly. Jesse's going, this is what happened to me last year in Vegas. I ain't fitting to let it happen again.
That one caught.
All right, here we go.
This is for the win.
This
right
is
here.
Jesse Broadwater for the win.
Nope, missed it.
Oh, Jesse Broadwater misses his third arrow. Could have been over. It might still be. Robert's got to get this one.
Smashed it. Tied.
Oh, my Lord. Jesse's not going to be happy about that.
No. Robert just took a deep, deep breath.
Right.
He thought it was over too.
Yeah, Jesse's going to be not happy about that.
Wow. That is incredible. Go that long without missing, and then they both miss back-to-back arrows.
Right. Dang. Wow, that is unreal.
Robert Householder, 29.
All right, here we
Jesse
go.
Broadwater, 29.
29-29.
People stood up to leave after they announced Householder, then they sat right back down when
Yes.
they announced Jesse.
Exactly. Exactly. Sorry about that, folks. We had a little lapse in cameraman there, so didn't get to see those impacts there. Bruce Cole comes over.
So I'm giving them both the ultimatum. If they don't decide it in two ends, we're opening the 20-foot garage door, and it's minus 16 right now. So they have to decide this.
Right.
10th in.
Jesse, you will once again lead off, and Jesse, you are on the clock.
All right, here we go. Wow, this is absolutely unbelievable. Is it any surprise that Jesse has been involved in two of probably the most legendary shoot-offs ever?
Good one.
And Robert Householder
Was in this one.
is been given a second life.
If people didn't believe Robert Householder before, well,
Right.
here he is.
Exactly.
He's standing up there against one of the best that ever lived.
Right.
Maybe the best at this right here.
He's Jesse's had a good career.
Jesse got that nose button rocking too.
He
looking
does.
good.
Jesse is rocking the Bowmar nose button. There's no doubt. Ooh. Is that out?
Screaming, but I think it's out.
Well,
Same spot. I wonder.
It is. He gave it a couple clicks. Might be too little, too late, though.
That's good. Now I think Householder's the one in control.
Absolutely.
Jesse's got to stuff this one.
Yep. All it takes is one little mistake. It's not even a mistake. It's
No. He did.
Wow.
And that one could be in. It's close.
All right, here we go. Robert needs this one for sure.
Smashed it.
Got it. Wow. That's impressive, man. That is impressive.
Unbelievable, man. I'm
Yeah.
talking about inside out, one hole.
Yeah, that's impressive. It's all going to come down to that one arrow for Jesse
One arrow
Bogwater
call.
right there.
And I don't think anybody's too sure about it.
Well, there's a bunch of people standing up.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe they're more sure than I think.
All right, Justin Hanna's back there going, we need to eat. All right, here we go. Jesse's looking at it with his binoculars. Here we go. Pretty obvious that Robert's going to be in there, but here we go. Robert Householder wins the first annual Rushmore Rumble. All right, let's all right, Robert. All right, I'm here. So I'm here with Robert Householder. That was one of the most legendary shoot-offs in the history of archery. Tell us how that felt.
I don't know if I've ever shook so many arrows in the middle, or at least hit the center of it.
Absolutely. So this is the first ever Rushmore Rumble. Give us your opinion on this new format. You and Jesse literally went a full 300 round, only dropped 1 or 2 X's. Absolutely fantastic shooting. What did you think about that arrow for arrow?
I like that arrow for arrow. It gives you a little bit more time to take it in between shots and everything, and then shooting a full round right there, only dropping 1, both of us. That's kind of crazy.
Absolutely. Now, when Jesse had a chance to close you out, he didn't do it, and then he gave that back to you. Tell us what was going through your mind when you realized all I got to do is stuff this last one and I can win this.
I don't know. I was just trying to hold it as still as I could and get it close.
All right, buddy. Congratulations. That's a great start to the year.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Robert Householder right there, everybody. I want to thank Levi Morgan for his assistance today, helping me with this live feed. I want to thank everybody from the NFAA, the Rushmore Rumble. This has absolutely been one of the most epic events in the history of the sport, and it was the first time ever. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate you. We love you. That's going to be it from the Rushmore Rumble. Good night now.